something called case precedent, right? With Kason Allison, who in the state of Texas, right, went into a bathroom, a school bathroom, got into an altercation, right, where other individuals, right, he was essentially surrounded. He then was assaulted, and then he choked this kid multiple times, not once, but multiple times. He also, prior to the incident, made statements that he was going to put this kid in the hospital. He said he was going to put him in the ICU specifically, right? This kid was found not guilty, excuse me, not kid, because he was actually 18 at the time of the incident, whereas Carmelo was 17 at the time of the incident. But somehow, Kason Allison was found not guilty
Totally
of
different
murder,
scenario.
but then so found
That is a
guilty of
completely different
but
scenario.
excuse me, you said if you're to get into a fight, would it be reasonable to bring a poker to a fist fight? Kason Allison brought a poker to a fist fight, but now it's a different scenario because it doesn't fit your narrative. But the reality is the situation is very similar
It's not
in the
same
fact,
reality.
Not similar at all, because Carmelo Anthony never threatened.
What Kason Allison did was much
Not the
worse,
same.
and it was premeditated. He stated he was going to put that kid in the ICU prior to the incident and brought that poker to school knowing that he had issues with Joe Ramirez. So when we want to talk about, oh, let's be so outraged about the fact that Carmelo used what he had within his vicinity to defend himself against 4 thugs who approached him, disrespectfully assaulted him, Austin is the one who initiated this altercation.
Well, in the
Let's be
scenario
very-
that you're
let's
talking
be-
about,
Let's be very clear. What you asked was, is it reasonable to bring a poker to a fist fight? Kason Allison did it, and he got criminal negligent H, not
else new on the panel. Is it Shakira?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing. How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. I was just listening to what everybody was saying. I believe that Carmelo is he got too much time for that. He was railroaded big time through the court system. And I hope that he gets an appeal and all that stuff, the line and all that. I hope all that comes out. And if you have these boys were huge. What is about 6'4", 6'2", 200 and some pounds. And then it's debating on whether he should have used a poker or not. I mean, come on. That's all I have to say.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Ten?
Shut up, 10. Andrew, your logic still fails because once again, you're comparing the aggressor to the victim, and that's not how that works. You keep comparing Kaysen to Austin instead of comparing him to Carmelo. What you're doing is saying, oh, the guy couldn't run away. Yeah, so what you're the parallel that you're now drawing is Kaysen chose to lock himself into a room where he was an aggressor, and Carmelo had no choice. So either way, your logic is faulty. The parallel, the foundation.
Choice to lock himself in a bathroom.
Kaysen Allison locked the door. Are you familiar with this case? Because you keep saying he was locked in. Kaysen Allison
said that.
The person I didn't, sir.
Yeah, you literally just said that.
No, hold on, Andrew. Hold on. Let her clarify because, like, listen, if you listen.
Retarded.
Your mom, how about that? When she had you.
Hold on. First of all, we can't use that word on TikTok. You know that. And she's not. She couldn't be further away.
Anyways, so in the comment, I dropped him because he's going to get you flagged for saying that stupid shit because he has no self-control and he's stupid. So anyway, in the comments, he said, oh, where'd the comment go? One couldn't escape. And the other one... Where'd it go? Where'd the comment go? Oh, there it is. One couldn't escape getting beat. The other had a way out. Kaysen Allison, who was the aggressor in this situation, is the one who locked the door.
Exactly.
Not the guy who was going to beat him up. Kaysen Allison did that. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's clearly a difference. Kaysen Allison willfully went into that situation and he enclosed himself. Like you said, it's just you can't compare. There's no comparison. Hey, 10.
Hey guys, what's going on? How y'all feel?
Can I say something about that case?
Hey, dog.
Hello?
Shut up, 10.
Shut up, Lou. Foodie Barb, is that really you or we're tripping? What's going on?
Oh, shit.
It's really Foodie Barb. Holy shit. Goddamn. What's going on, Kai?
Not much, just
yeah, buddy. Kai's back at it again with the ring light. Oh, it's ring light, Kai.
I'm not listening to you.
Listen, I'm listening to everybody saying these things about these things that they're saying, and I'm just listening because at this point, it's not a debate, right? It's not necessarily we can't go back and forth on the facts of the case because the facts are what they are. But yeah, I'm just very interested to seeing how many people that are Austiniers that are still so invested in this case. They literally got what they wanted. If they were so sure that this was justice served, then they wouldn't still be even entertaining the conversation of what we're talking about. So obviously they know something was wrong, that was done wrong as well. So that's that on that. That's all I got to say about that.
Thanks, 10. We do have someone.
I don't think so.
Hold on, JC. I got to get Jean. Sorry, Jean Jew. Did I say Jean Jew?
It's Gene Joss.
Jean Jew. I can't see the whole name. I'm sorry.
It's Burns. It's Burns.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. What do you think about Carmelo's new legal team?
I don't see no new outcome. I still think that they're gonna deny his appeal.
You say you don't see what now?
No new outcome. They're gonna deny his appeal.
Hold on, wait a minute. Am I not hearing? You don't see any new what? New
He said
outcome?
outcome. He doesn't see a new outcome.
Okay, and why not? Would you think that his case? Let me ask you this: do you think that there were any that there was anything in his case of how his case was handled, that everything was done properly, from the jury selection all the way through? Do you think that everything was done down to the T by law? Like, do you think there's nothing?
My opinion, I think his first defense, they did fumble the ball, but come on, they're not gonna change the outcome of this case. I mean, I feel sorry for the guy. I thought the guy still got MS and maybe 10 to 15 years, but that's what we living in now.
But do you understand how the appeal process works, and just that, the appeal judges are not restricted to just Collin County? We know a lot of the bias transpired, particularly in Collin County, because there is a lot of corruption. And there was a lot of errors in that trial and a lot of things that took place that were quite literally against the law. So my question to you is do you believe that these errors, if put in front of appeal judges who may not have that same bias as those in Collin County, that there would not be grounds for a new trial?
No. Texas is
and what is your reasoning for that?
Texas is a red state. You think they care about us? No.
It's not. I understand that Texas is a red state, right? But do you understand that the new attorneys that you have, right? A lot of what they do is specifically in appeal. So they have over 30 years of appeal experience. And I think one of the other ones has civil rights, particularly experience. So I think with the collective team that he has, we just have to look at quite literally their background, their history, what they've been able to do for others, and particularly in that court, because it's going to Dallas. So I just want to know what your grounds, just it being a red state is your.
No. I forgot what was the number was, but it was a high 90s. It was like 90% of appeal get denied in Texas.
Right, and do you understand that that's because a lot of people don't have the backings, the support. They don't have the resources.
Y'all getting y'all whole stuff for nothing. Like,
Miss Foodie. Miss Foodie.
Yes.
Miss Foodie.
Yes, Stacey. I can hear you.
Ma'am, can I ask you something and you be straight up with me? Do you is
I'm gonna have to hold that until we finish introducing everybody on the panel, because I feel like this is gonna turn into a long conversation.
I'm sorry, I thought I was speaking.
You were, but now you're not. So
Okay, that's okay. I'm good. Go ahead.
Yeah. So who was next? Foodie, were you done speaking to whoever was talking?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he really has an answer as to a valid reason as to why Carmelo wouldn't have grounds for an appeal with the resources and the support that he has behind him. So, I mean,
See, that's my issue. I can't argue with people that want to argue with anyone who says that many lawyers at that high a profile on that
I know.
elite of a level would
Oh my
take this case for free and there not be a grounds for appeal. I can't quantify,
Yeah.
I can't reconcile listening to people that are that barely have a TikTok account.
Yes, sir. It's
Barely
going to
have a
happen.
TikTok account, and they're sitting here trying to convince me that there's no grounds for appeal when, and I'm no fan of Ben Crump, but anytime you see Ben Crump, you know some shit's about to shake. And he sent one of his representatives, his top representatives. Do you know all of these careers are about to be, if they weren't made before, after this appeal, their careers, they'll be made lawyers for life. This is civil rights level. Hold on. I'm trying to get on my other device. She's telling me I need to take a break from TikTok, but that's not true. I need more TikTok.
Y'all
No,
gonna be
Oh,
highly
Lord.
but if you want me to believe somebody in a blinking box about this case at this point with this many people involved, you gotta be ducking kidding me. You gotta be ducking kidding me. I'm not gonna believe anything any of these lit up boxes saying about him not having no chances of appeal when 6 top level attorneys are saying from 6 different law offices, by the way. This is like the fucking I'm sorry, now excuse my language, the what do you call that? The Avengers? That's what this is.
Do
This
you
is the
realize that's
Thanos
probably not
level
going to
of
happen?
shit. And I've never seen it. It's unprecedented. I've been looking for it. I've been looking for an appeals team that reaches this magnitude, and I haven't been able to find it. So strap up, get ready. Like I told y'all, yeah, they're saying it's going to be a journey, but at the end of this journey, there's going to be a lot of people in jail, including EP.
Amen.
I hear you, brother.
I
And
think you on the panel, JC. Sorry, y'all.
No, I was about to do that. You're fine.
Yes,
How you doing?
good. My thoughts on the my thoughts on the topic is new legal team. I was one of the very few that called Carmelo Anthony that he was going to be found guilty of M1. I stuck by that for months. Was satisfied of what went down. What I don't understand about this whole legal team is that these so-called Carmelo supporters just don't know how to give up. I mean, he was found guilty by 12 juries.
he was.
Had several eyewitness testimonies go against Carmelo Anthony. Hell, even the guy that invited him over to the tent testified against him because even EP knew that he was in the wrong. He wasn't
Black
defending himself.
testimony put him
Let
away.
Stacy, you gotta let JC land his plane.
Yeah, this whole these 6 new lawyers and all that. I guarantee you, the only reason they're joining up here is they're it's like another grift hat in the making. The same way that the Carmelo Anthony family grifted. There's Skip Sunday.
Why do they need to grift these people? Law people. Why do they need to grift?
Because Ben Crump is like the head of it.
Why do you think they need to grift off of this case?
They want to make a name for themselves. They want to be
already
known.
have a name, is my point.
I didn't know any of these people before they
You don't.
they showed up.
But you don't.
Maybe he is on a panel worried about him.
Also, they were found guilty by 12 jurors, not juries. That would be 12 different trials.
Yeah, 12 jurors. Yeah. I mean, the trial already happened. It's over. All the evidence was presented. We even seen the evidence on Juneteenth when they released it. I mean, we saw the same exact video.
A bunch of the first of all, the evidence that they released was just the evidence that the prosecutor used. Evidence that the prosecutor chopped and altered and pieced together. Okay, that's number one.
Can you prove that it was chopped and pieced together? Can I get like absolute proof of that?
Well, I know for a fact because
I got you. You can't prove it, so don't say the nonsense.
Okay, you can shut up. Is what you could do and allow me to speak. Sorry for.
No, I'm just saying the false timestamp was actually a great way to confirm that it was clearly edited.
Yeah. I mean, and sir, I did see the original surveillance, and I don't really care who doesn't care or who thinks I'm lying. You know, if you cared so much, you could have got up and went and seen it yourself. If you know, since you probably don't want to believe me. But again, this is not the survey. I saw the original surveillance video. This is not what they showed us at Frisco ISD school district. It just there's things that are different within that video that they put out. But even though with the video that they did put out, I'm sorry, you still can tell that Carmelo is still, it's not a push, it's just a fight going on under that tent, under the canopy. You can't deny that. But at the end of the day, listen, Carmelo will get an appeal. You can say you are glad or whatever, you know, happened in trial. You feel like that was great. So basically what you're saying is you're okay with a bunch of lying ass kids who had time to get their story together. I'm talking about from the arrest report that we read, they were taken to the locker room together. They had time to lie then, and they done had a whole year to continue to lie. And even so, I believe it was 2 or 3 days after Jeff Metcalf had those kids, one of the kids, I know one of the witnesses at a barbecue. These people have had plenty of times to come up with their lies that they told in court. And as far as EP, I mean, that's one of the biggest liar of them all. And at the end of the day, those kids perjured themselves. They lied. EP said he didn't even know Carmelo. He's not none of those witnesses were really credible. Okay. So, you know, at the end of the day, I guess that's what you stand for, is a bunch of liars, cheats, a bunch of crooks. You see what Jeff Metcalf is going around and saying, and the fact that you are parading on these panels so proudly to support him lets me know what kind of person you are, because he's going around saying a lot of racist rhetoric on this app.
Would have said a lot worse than Jeff Metcalf.
Media, on social media, he's on the news. He's doing interviews. He's bragging about the racist that he is.
You know, Kai, I do want to say this. You know, the one thing he's not bragging about, those charges that he got back in 2011.
Those essay charges. But
yeah.
If y'all ever notice, Jeff Metcalf, I have never, at least I haven't heard him say I didn't do it. The only thing I hear him say is check my background.
Because he, you know, the thing is that JC said, I heard him say that he would have said worse. And listen, everybody has the right to free speech.
Exactly.
But I guarantee you that there's somebody that can say far worse than you can. And you just have to be prepared in your heart and in your soul to accept that somebody is just going to simply say something way worse than you could have ever thought of.
Oh, I feel like you called me. I feel like that was a direct shot.
Oh my
well,
God.
Listen, if a hit dog does holler and a pet goat does go back.
Miss Kai.
Are you a pet goat?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Miss Kai.
What's up,
Miss
Stacey?
Kai. What's up, girlfriend? You pretty woman. You look. Let me say this. It is so messed up that we are even in this conversation. But at the end of the day,
it's night.
Well, at the end of the night, then Carmelo made a mistake. He made a mistake, y'all. Can we all agree that the young man made a mistake?
No. Self-defense isn't a crime.
I love you.
And self-defense isn't a mistake either.
Hold on. Let me say something. You call it self-defense. You say,
of course I call it self-defense. What else would it be?
Me. So you pushed me.
Yeah, you touched me. You put your hands on me. I told you not to.
Jesus Christ. Look, man, you got prison mentality. That's talking about
prison mentality. That's a keep your hands to yourself mentality.
Yeah, you got prison mentality.
Stacey, nobody's ever been to prison on this panel. I mean, if they have, I mean, hey.
Ma'am, anybody that talks like that has a prison mentality. Put your hands on me.
Stacey, you asked a question.
You have a racist mentality. How about that?
And he got an alcoholic mentality. He sounds drunk.
Why would you say that kind of shit? I'm saying,
say what you say.
Will you let me finish?
Hey, he need to go lay his drunk ass down.
When you say stuff like that, you got a
What's that
prison
thing they say
mentality.
about white males? They lead in DUIs.
No, you have a prison mentality that says,
You have a racist mentality.
Put your hands on me.
So Stacey, let me ask you this question, right? Do you think that it was appropriate, right? Because Carmelo didn't move from underneath that tent. Do you think it was appropriate for Austin to then put his hands on Carmelo, which is assault and against the law? So I guess that would be considered a prison mentality, right?
Okay, let me answer this question. No, ma'am, listen to me. We're talking about kids.
What?
We're talking about high school kids.
What?
We're talking about people.
So you think it's okay, Stacey, is what you're saying? It's okay for Austin to have assaulted Carmelo on wet, slippery bleachers with his 4 other friends, 5, 6 other friends, however many it was, multiple other individuals on wet, slippery bleachers, and grab him and yoke him up while the other individuals also participate in the fight.
Okay.
That sounds insane.
That wasn't shown in the footage.
Can I answer your question now?
It
Can I
absolutely
answer your
was.
question, please?
It was not.
I would like
Allow
for you
me
to answer
your
first of all.
question.
Can you
Listen.
answer her question first, Stacey?
Hey, man, we're not talking to you. I'm talking to her.
Stacey, I want to need you to cooperate. Listen, Stacey, I want to need you to cooperate. Right? Okay. There's 2 choices. You can cooperate, or you can get the fuck off the panel. Can you let her question have some resonance and answer it, please, respectfully? Thank you.
Thank you. So Stacey, I just want to understand, right, where it would be appropriate in your book, right, especially if you're significantly larger than me, because Austin was over 200 pounds. Carmelo was 130 to 160 pounds, somewhere in between there. You believe that it is completely reasonable within the law, right? Because this is not about your emotions, right? You think it's reasonable within the law for you to be able to assault me on wet, slippery bleachers with your 4 to 5 other friends.
You can come off of mute, sir. It was just temporary. It wasn't permanent.
I hear crickets.
We can't hear Stacey.
Yeah, I think it's the
He's talking on mute. He's drunk and don't realize he's talking on mute.
Stacey, you're on mute. We can't
probably
hear you.
yelling the N-word over and over again.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Stacey, we can't hear you if you're speaking. Can you just come off of mute?
Niggers.
Continue on.
Somebody said he meant the memorable high school. I don't know if that's the type of.
Hey, give him a couple of minutes. He getting another drink.
Okay. Well, we're gonna keep the conversation moving.
We
have new people on the panel.
Ryland, is that your name? I can't pronounce it.
Why did they spell it like that?
Yeah, I just got in on here. I haven't really spoke yet, but I'm definitely
I think you
siding with the.
were you before Rylan?
I don't know. When I came in,
Yeah,
I
hold
didn't
on.
really pay
Let me
attention.
get Rylan in and I'll get you in.
No, he was
Then we
before
go to
me.
open panel.
Rylan said he was first, so go ahead.
Let it been up there.
Brandon been up there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay, Brandon. I'm sorry, Brandon. Go ahead, bro.
All good, thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? Everyone good?
I think we're pretty in good spirits.
That's good. That's good. I'm definitely happy he does have this legal team. I just wish they would have came forward before he got to 35 years. That'd have been great. But there was a lot of I want to say, I guess, down there malpractice during this case. So we do need to get this overlooked, and I'm glad we have somebody of stature who could do that. Hopefully it's enough evidence where it could just get thrown out, because it was a lot of evidence I wasn't told. I heard something today, I don't know how true it is, but they said that Carmelo told his lawyer that poked him when he had me in the headlock. So if there's any truth to that, that definitely would be some big news.
Let's say allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly, it's definitely allegedly. But if that is true, that would definitely be some big news. But that lawyer basically did not represent him at all. Like, there was no way he was going to win that case. It was corruption from when he first got arrested all the way to the court case. So I'm just glad somebody stepped up for this young brother. And,
God bless you, brother. God bless you, bro.
Yeah, and I'm just hoping that that he just gets his justice. And that's where I land my plane.
Amen. Oh, well, Rylan left. So since Rylan left, we can go straight back to open panel. Stacey, you're fucking drunk, bro. You got to stop this shit.
Bob, I'm not. Listen to me, my friend. I love you. Look, I want to be quiet. I'm shutting up.
No, you don't got to shut up, because, I mean,
I'm
shutting
gonna
up would
listen.
indicate
I'm
that
gonna
you're going to
listen.
try to keep it, going to
That's
conceal
what I'm
the
gonna do.
fact
I'm
that you're
gonna
drunk.
listen.
And that's what
I'm gonna
most
listen.
DUI people do. They try to hide the fact that they're driving drunk.
I am gonna listen. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna listen.
And shout out to Big Boy D for
I'm gonna
bringing up
listen while
Bubba.
you got my
Big
you
Boy
know
D in the
the
chat. You can't bring up Bubba without actually rectifying and reconciling who Bubba actually is. Bubba is a white guy, according to you guys.
Oh my God, Bubba's goddamn
So if Bubba's in prison and that's your go-to, if that's your go-to, just remember you're talking about a white guy taking advantage of a black kid.
They don't know what they're talking about. The reality is the people who say these disgusting things, right, about, meanwhile, this situation happened while Carmelo was 17 years old, right? People don't understand how the penitentiary works. Unfortunately, due to the bias in our system, Black people run it, okay? Carmelo is protected in there. Nothing is going to happen to that young man through the grace of God, but also just based off of the fact that it will start a war if any of them come after Carmelo. And they want to do that nasty, nasty talk about a child, when the reality is Carmelo will be home soon. This legal team, this is going to be essentially I believe this is going to be a part of a bigger notion, because Carmelo going through the system, and this is essentially going to shed a light. We already know what we go through just being Black in America. But I believe that this case being broadcasted the way that it is, and seeing how he was railroaded, and watching a dream team be able to overturn what this system has tried to do by ruining his life, is really going to set the tone, because the law has to apply for everybody.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Yes, one thing I know about the prison system. When he go in there, they're gonna treat him like a baby, like they kid. Because one thing about it is he was protecting himself, and they're not gonna let nobody get to him. He gonna get canteen all the way until his parents can send him money, and then even after that,
he's got unlimited. Yeah. So he's maxed out on his commissary. So that's another thing.
maxed out. It don't matter. I'm talking about the people in prison gonna give him anything he want.
But that's great news though that
They
he's
got
maxed out.
good store, good
I already
store.
know that. But one thing about it, I'm gonna change it to Dream Team. So that's what we talking about. The Dream Team ain't get suited up and tied up for free money to lose a case.
Hell no.
The only reason they took that case is because they know it was a lot of flaws in it, too many. First, the jury. Second, the inconsistency of all what it led up to.
Don't forget the
Third,
evidence.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Inconsistency of the evidence.
Yeah.
And then they walked from one half of the field to the other half of the field and surrounding him. And then allegedly he had bruises that they faded out. And then they didn't submit the tape. And then all the people that came up on trial lied, the kids.
Yeah.
And they gonna perjure all of them. You know, a lot of them gonna get off, but it's still gonna make the trial better. So
a lot of them gonna have a hard time getting into college. Hold on, baby.
Yes.
I got one more person up on the panel, Queen Universal.
Yes, sir.
The panel.
Thank you.
Carmelo Anthony's new legal team.
Thank you.
They got a new Stand with Carmelo coalition. What do you think about this?
I think it's an awesome deal that he's gotten with this, them coming up and doing this work. I sit here and, I go on all these different panels all the time, and I listen to some of these people are doing this stuff on purpose. Some of these white people that are Austineers, as you guys call them, I think they're going from one black panel to another, trying to get their panel shut down by saying certain things. Because I know for sure Kai several times have told them not to say certain words, and they've said them. And the lie that some of these people saying, oh, this is my first time hearing it, and this is my first time being on the panel, and they keep using the words over and over again, that's not true, because you've been on other panels. I don't have to say anything to be on other panels and watch what's going on. And a lot of you guys just go from one panel to another to see how many black panels that you can close down or get unflagged by saying certain things because you're upset that Carmelo is going to come home. Now, any black mother who has a black son will do all they can for their child to make sure, especially when they know they have been railroaded. And for you guys to even think, a lot of y'all don't even think we're human. So that's another whole story in itself. So you guys can get up on these panels and say all this stuff against black people because it's your norm. You have these conversations in your household. So you come on these panels and you like to get people all riled up by the certain things you're saying when you have no knowledge of the case. I'm listening to a lot of you guys, the questions, you can't even answer the questions. You haven't even checked. It's because a white boy was a bully and he got what's coming to him when you bully. That's just it. I don't know why nobody can't see it any other way. He bullied him. The idea that we're sitting here breaking it down. No, it's been shown. It's been proven. If you bully somebody, there's repercussions to you keep bullying people, whether it's deadly or not. It's repercussions. Mind your own business and leave people alone. That's all. That doesn't matter what color they are. Just leave people alone.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm disappointed in how many BLK folks who are siding on the Carmelo side because they're cowards. It's like it's so close to toe the line, and it's just like they're afraid to make the white supremacists uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's it's like they see the evidence, they see it's getting altered a little bit, but they just want to just go. They didn't went so deep in. It's like they can't let it go no more. They gotta just go with it, even though they see the.
You gotta say pause after that.
Oh, I didn't even know I said nothing sweet. My bad. I didn't recognize
it wasn't
that.
sweet. It was just you gotta because it's gotta be.
Shut up.
Why it gotta be sweet? Who said it had to be sweet? You don't have to
No. If I said pause, I just know pause means I said something like actual, so I didn't realize what I said.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, yeah, my bad. But yeah, it's just that they're just afraid to just stand up for us and just see the inconsistencies and justice in America. It's like they want to say it's no racism, it's fair, and it's like but we call them smart dumb Negroes because they think that they made it and they making money now and they got a nice car, they living good. That is no racism no more because they
Yeah.
made it, but they don't understand. You'll probably have more than what you got if it wasn't for the racism that's going on. And this case just showed how racism works, and a lot of BLK folks are just afraid to just admit what's going on. But a lot of them are going to be on the wrong side of history,
Yes,
and
exactly.
and I'm taking receipts. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I just can't wait to holler at them and just say, look,
Yeah, you talk a lot.
you got to be brave. But I'll land my plane right there.
I can't wait to spin the block and yell, ha ha.
I have to disagree with one point that
You
you
talk a
made,
lot.
and that's the fact that a lot of them motherfuckers just broke and they poor and they just stupid. A lot of them don't have no money. A lot of them just like this white ass.
I think a lot of them
Right.
have a lot of white friends too. Because if you listen to some of the conversations, they hang around with, they like the proximity of
Or they're
white
married
people.
to it.
Or they're
Y'all
married
done
to it.
got
That's
fucking
right. That's
racist
right.
now. Y'all done got
Yes.
racist.
Yes.
Y'all
Stacey, I
done
want to
made
give you
this
an
racist.
opportunity to go ahead and say whatever it is you're trying to get
Y'all
out
made
there,
this
brother.
fucking
But
racist,
it's,
man. It's
you've been
bullshit.
struggling for a while, so I'm going to give you the opportunity. Give him a timer real quick.
You made it racist, man.
Yeah, there you go. You got a minute to explain what the
There's
fuck you're
one
trying to
white
say.
guy on the panel and everybody. Y'all have made it racist.
Who made it racist? Why you say we made it racist?
Man, it is teetotal bullshit, and you know it, and I know it. That if it's okay to unalive somebody because they push somebody, look, and listen to me. The black people's got this thing on there. Don't put your hands on me. Okay, don't put your hands on me. Well, I mean, really? I mean, can
So
we?
let me hold on.
So if I come up and smack you, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, I'm telling you what's
I got a
happening.
question. Hold on. And because listen, okay, you keep saying like minimizing what really happened, right? Saying
Minimizing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you're minimizing what happened. It wasn't just a touch. It wasn't just a push.
Oh, a push. It was a push.
It wasn't just a push. It was.
Oh my God! Well, if it was a push with a headlock, would it matter?
Yeah, it would.
A push with a
Definitely
fucking
would.
headlock.
Stacey.
That don't mean you can't fucking kill the motherfucker.
Would it matter?
Hold
That don't mean you can't kill him.
Doesn't matter, Foodie.
Stacey, let me say this. Listen, I don't even want to listen.
A push with a headlock. It don't
Hold
matter.
on. You 55 years old, right? You're 55 years old. You've already told me that, right? So you're not new to this world that we live in, right? You've been around for a while to see what because don't say you don't. You know what racism looks like. You know that. And if you say it ain't so, I'm just gonna say I can't trust nothing you say. If you don't think that, okay, let's just get past what happened. Okay, Carmelo's in a situation. He was assaulted. He defended himself. He poked Austin. Austin's no longer here, right? Let's take what usually happens in the rest of the world. That happened in Frisco, Texas. There are plenty of situations that we could go down the list that YT people have unalived BLK people for less, meaning that they were never touched, they were never threatened. The white person just said they feared their life, and they unalive a black person, and they're walking around free. So when we look at this Carmelo Anthony situation, right? He was touched. He was faced with he was more than touched. He was assaulted. They used the sled move on him, which is a football drill move. And he had 4 people, not one, that he was dealing with. and he made one poke with no intent to unalive Austin Metcalf. And you telling me that you gonna sit here on this panel and say it has nothing to do with race? Listen, the problem when we talk about race, this is where race comes in, is the fact that in these situations, right, the aftermath doesn't get judged equally. They already told you about Cason Allison. Cason Allison premeditated. Cason Allison went into a bathroom, locked the door.
He did.
He literally unalived a kid, poked him several times. And do you think he was charged? He was not found guilty with M. What was it? It was MS, right? And he got, what did he get? 10 years?
10 years.
So you can't tell me it has nothing to do with race. It absolutely does. Carmelo was assaulted. He got 35 years. The prosecutor literally told the jury to set an example, to send a message. And the crazy part is, why are they sending a message with Carmelo when there are other situations where far worse has happened? And they ain't send no message then.
We gotta stop this shit, man. We gotta stop it. It's bullshit. We gotta stop it.
Tom, guess what? I can't stop your people.
What do we?
Oh my God! Look,
Talk to your people.
You just went racist just then.
How am I being racist when you know racism still exists? I cannot fix your community.
We gotta stop this shit.
Was it racist when Jeff Metcalf said what he said?
He can't even answer the question. He's
Stacey,
drunk, man.
It fucking has to stop.
Did you have an issue with the rants that Jeff Metcalf went on, Austin's father?
Listen, yes, I do. I have a problem with that. I don't, yes.
Okay,
But
so
listen
if
to
you
this
have
shit.
an issue with that, right? Do you
Yes, sir.
understand that
Yes, ma'am,
most
I
of the
do. I have a problem with that.
Hold on, Stacey. What I'm trying to ask you is, if you have an issue with Jeff Metcalf's behavior, right, then you will understand that the apple does not fall far from the tree. Austin's behavior was that of what his father taught him. The reason that Austin is not here is because Jeff Metcalf instilled that behavior in his son. And it's all unfolding now. I mean, we've watched it unfold prior to the trial, because he came on TikTok and he went on a rant, particularly targeted at a Black woman. And then he got on TikTok after the trial and said, mask off, and spoke on our community and how we don't have fathers in our home. Meanwhile, Austin and Hunter come from a broken home. So Jeff Metcalf is not a father who was able to keep his home together. And it's nothing wrong with, you know, coming from a separated home. But the reality is he's speaking on what the Black community is, quote unquote, failing to do. However, Carmelo didn't come from a broken home. Austin and Hunter did. So what my question is to you, Stacey, is, do you see that Austin's behavior is a reflection of what Jeff Metcalf is now showing us who he really is?
How much you want to bet he just gonna unmute and start yelling, we gotta stop this shit?
That was too complex of a question.
Hey, Metcalf, that was deflection at its finest. You talking about Black dads ain't in the house and you went in your own house.
Well,
Classic
I mean,
deflection.
he was on camera, not in the house with his family. While he was talking about not about Black people now. So, you know, it's concerning that he talks about being a good father and fatherhood, because this whole trial he's been standing by himself, and Hunter has been standing with Megan. Even when they read the verdict, he was by himself. And
No, but it's
Hunter was
crazy.
standing with Megan. So, I mean, you want to talk about fatherhood? That's
Man,
that's
I
an
am
interesting
talking
aspect
about,
of it.
hey, I've been talking about it.
Stacey, can I share with you this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love you, brother. And
What you think upsets you?
I want to be
doesn't
your
upset
friend,
me,
man.
bro. It offends your senses for the time being. you're not long term affected by some of the shit that we put up with, right? You're offended for the moment. You're offended for
No, sir, I'm
facade
not.
of being offended. Doth protest this too much, is what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ, man. I am not fucking like that, dude. I am straight the freaking fuck up. I'm not a racist man.
Hey, Stacy, what are you drinking on?
My new shit. That's
what you drinking on right now, Stacy? What you drinking on right now?
A Busch Light beer.
Oh yeah.
How many? How many you had? How many you had?
Probably 6 or 8, man.
Yeah, I'm passing.
Okay, I can tell. Yeah. Hey, look.
I'm
He
not
said he had
gonna
about 6.
lie. I'm not gonna say bullshit you live.
Hey, he said he had 8.
Fucking beers.
Said Natty Ice or some shit, bro.
Yeah,
Man.
that natty light.
No, man.
And he lit. He over there lit right now. Hey, he about to pass out.
Stacy,
dude,
Stacy, can I have some of your liquor?
I don't think you want that.
Man, you're welcome. Listen to me. You are welcome in my life. You are welcome to be in my
I
life.
knew he would go. I knew he had it.
You are welcome to be in my life, man.
We appreciate the offer, but we'll pass. It's a hard
Hey,
no,
Stacy, we have nothing against white tea people, man. We just want justice, man.
I understand
And it wasn't no justice in this Carmelo case. He didn't get represented properly. We just need to get the evidence that really happened, man. What people are using.
And look, I am straight the fuck up with that. God bless that man. And may the blessings of the Lord be with him. May he get what he has coming. And look, if he
Stacy, do you have a gun, sir? I mean, or a pew pew? Do you have a pew pew, sir?
Oh my God, yeah, dude, I carry it everywhere. Go.
Okay, Stacy, if I slapped you right now outside, would you put out your pew pew on me?
No, sir, I would.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying.
Man, I'm not like that. Man, I'm not like that, dude. I'm not. Talk to me.
Right,
So Stacy, if I was roughing you, Stacy, if I'm roughing you up, man, and you afraid, you're not gonna pull out that pew pew to save yourself.
Oh my God, I shoot your ass. I shoot your ass.
Exactly. See, Stacy, now you understand it, Stacy. Now you understand it, man. Now you
look like a goddamn rice strainer when I get there.
Yeah. Now you understand it, Stacy, man. You gotta protect yourself, man. And if you start it, and if someone starts it, you can't determine how they finish it, man. That's all. That's all we trying to get you to understand.
Stacey, are you gonna be upset if Carmelo wins his appeal? How are you gonna feel about that when he wins the appeal?
Yes, you me, or I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. I want for everything to be for real, man. I want everything. Yeah, I want everybody to be. I want it to be for real. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
God darn it.
Man, you laughing at me because I'm honest? Are you laughing at me because I'm honest or something?
Hey, you always honest.
Leave me alone.
They always tell you a kid in the drunk will be honest with you, man. Off top.
Man, I don't understand.
Leave me alone.
What is that sound?
I mean.
Y'all tap and share live. Tap and share this live. I'm right down at 20 points.
She should be at more than 20. Yeah, she should be at way more than 20.
I didn't ever know that you would always act like that, but
Where's out
you know, you fucking did. You did. You acted like that.
Oh my God. Come on, y'all.
You fucking acted like that, you know? You fucking acted like that.
Stacey, you're gonna stop cussing at this panel.
What you did,
you're gonna respect this panel.
Stacey, you gonna
Y'all,
preach with me?
at a certain
Because
point,
these
we
people
kind
are
of look
good people.
ridiculous, like even holding the conversation.
Yeah.
like
Somebody
that.
said that's Stacy's stomach.
That's all the damn Bush Lights. That shit is gross. You gotta
Oh.
stop drinking that shit, bro.
Gosh.
Mayonnaise sandwiches is gross. Drinking the mayonnaise, Bush Light and mayonnaise sandwiches for dinner. I understand, man. I get it now. Fuck. This is open panel. I want to take a minute to tell everybody to tap the screen.
You heard me,
76
Stacey.
people in here. We should have at least 100,000 by now. And I know Stacy is going through it, but we're not here to support his habit. We're just here to laugh at it. So Stacy, if you could come off of mute and explain to us why this.
Okay. Let me add this in. Not only tap the screen, guys, share the live out to at least 5 people you know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, he like what the panel is saying, give the panel, but tap and share the live.
Also,
Yeah,
we
bro,
were not
yeah.
bullying him. We were trying to communicate with him in a way that he would understand in his inebriated state.
That's the fragility is just unreal. See, this is the thing. Like, when Carmelo was popping his stuff underneath the tent, right? If Austin would have just popped it back with his mouth, no problem. The issue arose when Austin decided he was going to put his
hands
hands on Carmelo.
Yep.
Okay, we don't talk that talk. That's what we're here. That's what we're here to do. And we're here to have a conversation. If we can really, the reality is we know that most of these people's mind is preset to what they already want to believe. So it's not about changing anything. It's just about getting the truth out there, keeping the truth alive, and we will not stop fighting until Carmelo is home. He will win his appeal. This dream team will do what needs to be done. And I don't know what y'all are going to do or the tears or what's going to happen when he wins the appeal, but it's going to happen.
They're going to freak out like Obama got reelected.
Are they going to riot?
They're going to melt down, boy. It's going to be bad.
Are they going to riot?
They might riot. You never know.
They did to the White House.
Doing shit. Look, it happened once, it'll happen again.
Hey, but check this out though.
You're gonna see ropes hanging out of trees everywhere. Yeah, they're gonna chut out.
But check this. But check this out though. You know the sad part? The sad part is he gonna get out. He probably sued the school, the police, all that, get that money. But the worst thing that the best thing that he can do, him and his family could have to move out of the country because he ain't gonna never get no fair chance. He ain't gonna never be no hero over here because he got PA.
Man,
wait, we'll support
representing
him. The
him right
community
now
will come behind him. We'll be behind him.
The people that's representing him right now. If this level of people,
You think he'll get a fair trial in America? I'm talking about after he get out.
Oh, period. No, if you
I'm
have this
talking about
level
go
of
to
support,
school.
bro, you're a made person. They're not the only ones that are gonna get made in this case. Carmelo's gonna be made in this case. He's gonna be exonerated.
But what I'm talking about after all that,
he's gonna be fine. Yeah, there's gonna
and
be
then he
somebody
goes
there
to school.
to support him.
He gonna have too many targets on his head.
He ain't gonna have to worry about
No,
it.
he
He's in
out
the
of
worst
school.
place
He
could be right now in America. That's in
he
prison.
grown
Do
now.
it. I don't know if you
But
know,
what I'm
baby,
saying,
but
he
he
wasn't
was
go to
actually
college, though.
he was in college while he was out on bond. So what he could do is he can come home and he can do remote school the same way that he was doing, because he had already got that started where he was in school to become an attorney actually. And he absolutely can continue to pursue that. But even then, so let's say that was not on the table. This young man could come home. He could do podcasts. He could do whatever he wanted to do.
Oh yeah, he gonna be big.
Yes. I
but I
just
will
start with
say-
sports. You feel me?
No, but
So,
I do
you
want to
know.
say,
But
one thing
yeah,
I just
I
want to say.
understand what you're saying.
But the one difference in this case is with the misjustice against a lot of our black youth, they're usually unalived. This time he's alive, so it's like we get to just just do more to just support him because he's alive still. And it's almost like he's gonna be a living legend. That's why we're gonna be able to support him, and we're gonna get justice. And this is gonna be a turning point of showing the corruption that happens to us in the court system. That's why the only good thing out of this is we're gonna be able to just show the hypocrisy in the justice system for us, just us, period, for Black folks. So that's what's good is gonna come out of this.
He is a
Amen
legend.
on that.
He is a legend for sure.
Who's a legend?
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, yes,
A
ma'am.
hero.
Oh, I didn't realize that was you, Kanye. What say you?
You said what?
What say you? Look, it's the Carmelo cult talk God put him in prison. He's already in prison. Yeah, that's why you guys listen. You guys need to go into like way better insults. This shit is elementary. Like you're not even. It's not. Donnie, go ahead, Kanye.
I think that, to be honest with you, the white people, they got their moment right now. I am speaking to the prompt guy. I think the white people, they got their moment right now. Huh?
And then I had a question. So since they didn't read him his Miranda rights.
Damn, you wasn't like that, bro?
Oh, my bad. You was going. I thought you was finished, really.
Nah, bro. You stay.
Okay. Yeah. So I was gonna say, they didn't read him his Miranda rights. So technically, under law, like anything he said before he got read those, it can't even be used in court. Is that correct?
I don't think they did.
Yeah. No. He didn't read his. No, they didn't read him his Miranda rights because when they showed the body cam footage of when they approached him, he never got him read to him. So I think that's another flaw in the case too. Like he didn't even get his Miranda rights read to him, and he's a minor, and he was a minor at the time, and that's like when it's a minor, you have to do everything by the book technically. So his lawyer, we see his lawyer wasn't even trying to win the case. I mean, he basically just like he had to be in on it. Is as horrible as he was, it's still speculated, or well, it's allegedly he was in on it. So it's just a lot of stuff that just didn't get done and didn't get found because he didn't do his job at all. And that could have been one of the things. He wasn't even read his Miranda rights. So we can't even use that. I did it. We can't use that in court. So we got to go with something else. So the jury got led the wrong way and everything. And a lot of these Austin backers are using these facts from the case like those kids couldn't have lied, though. That's not even, they'll tell you that's not the facts of the case. The facts of the case is Carmelo called him pussy. I dare you to do something and come do it. It's just like, what would make somebody say that if you're not being threatened or attacked? Like even if he did say that, he just said that out the blue because they asked him to move and he just got that aggressive. But we all know that the thugs was the ones who approached him. So that's another thing too.
All right. Nikki, welcome to the panel.
Hey, y'all.
What do you got for us?
All right, I just hopped in, so I didn't really follow where y'all was coming from. But I wanted to jump in on the trial. I think that, and I've been ear hustling in a lot of YT panels. I've heard that, it is what it is. They made a decision about his guilt, but no one took the chance to understand that when they asked the kids, okay, well, who was the aggressor? At the end of every prosecution witness, who was the aggressor? And everybody said Carmelo. I never heard anybody define what the aggressor was. Because
if they defined it, then they would be talking about Hunter and Austin.
Also, if you're a juror, you cannot convict unless there's no reasonable doubt. So I want to hang like the burden on the jury. Even though this kid is telling me that, and I'm shaking my head, yes, I agree, he's the aggressor. I need some proof. And it's not by a person that tells me that they were materially involved and saying, leave. You telling me that you are actually participating in, you're not an eyewitness, is basically what I'm trying to say. You're not standing to the side as an eyewitness. You are a participant.
Mhm.
So therefore, your story is already tainted. But if you're telling me that Carmelo is the aggressor, I need you to further explain how could someone aggress from a sitting position?
Yeah, his lawyer didn't do a good job of trying to get no information from none of those witnesses.
What?
It was just like it was a game. Like he asked some of the same questions, like and was letting them just give him one of her answers. That I believe on one of the questions they asked one of the witnesses, so who was the aggressor? They said Melo, and then the prosecutor said, okay, Kes race, and then the other one would come up. The defense, he'll ask the same question, who was the aggressor, and they would say Carmelo. And then he wouldn't even go into detail. So what made him the aggressor? What did he do? What happened? He would just say, okay, rest my case. So it was just like, it was like it was a game. Like
But it's not a game.
It's like he gave up or something.
But it's not a game for the juror, because when we take the case to the back room and we need to decide, this is what we're deciding on. We're not deciding on a 17-year-old kid saying this was the aggressor. What does aggressor mean in the court? Because wait, I don't have to understand anything. We understand that jury instructions has to be provided. Jury instructions are how you need to judge based on the law of where we are, right? So if jury instructions, first of all, has to be discussed, and the last statement of the prosecution was, okay, it was M1, but if you feel like he tripped on the poker, then y'all just make it MS, right? That was kind of like the last statement of the prosecutor. But before all of that, we don't get to discuss. Every witness said Hunter was never there, until the last defense witness that said Hunter was. So why don't we get to bring Hunter national televised interviews into this case?
Because allegedly, people saying allegedly now, he the one did it.
No, from
the commotion.
From his initial interview with the case, the day of the incident, he said, Hunter said. So why are Hunter not being involved, and why are all the witnesses saying they've never seen him?
Because Carmelo's lawyer was supposed to do a lot more than he did. He was supposed to pretty much have Carmelo on the stand to explain his story, but he could have got him called to the stand. It's just like, it was a job where he didn't do it. That's why this appeal should work, because if they should just prove that he didn't get represented properly, that should be grounds for appeal also. So,
but also
that's what it looks like.
But
yeah, but then there was a cover
after the fact. But did we have enough evidence to convict?
No.
Well, because the jury was handpicked. I mean, if you believe in the dominant society, they could do a lot of things behind the scenes, and the jury was pretty much handpicked, so they knew what it was going to be before they even heard the case. I heard some of the jurors was falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, and it was such a quick trial. You already tired, and it was 4 days. You know what I'm saying?
That may be true, but that is 100% not okay.
They were
No,
also
it's not. It's definitely wrong.
well.
It was hecka wrong. I mean, it was definitely wrong. But I'm just saying that corruption is just like it's a cold thing. It's an evil thing. So when you can get the jury and you can get the prosecutors and his own lawyer, to go fault you to do some wrong stuff. That's what it's going to be.
I want to call this out because I've been listening to a lot of white people and their perspective on what happened. But I want every person that, is not a Carmelo supporter to understand that we're not supporting the direct action, but supporting why does the justice system not work on all fronts? Like, that needs to be established. It needs to be equal against all fronts. It's not okay. If we seen a video and we seen at least 3 or 4 people walk up on Carmelo. The way he chose to defend himself may not have been the best decision, but that was a decision to prevent bodily harm and to preserve his life. And that is legal in his state.
And I'm just gonna just make a little comment, because I have to say, and you know, maybe it might not sound like, you know, what most people want to hear, but I do support his actions, right? Because in the state of Texas, everybody has a poker. There's, you just see them everywhere on the hip. They have them clipped to the hip or on the keys. Like, everybody has one of those pokers, number one. 2, he had 4 people in front of him. Like, are we kidding? I mean, literally.
And also, I don't want to be just.
Hold on. I just want to finish. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. But I definitely support his actions. Am I happy that a kid is not here? No. But when I really think of what was going on with all of those kids, I'm glad that he chose himself.
Right. At least we still have something to fight for. But the ultimate thing is this. Listen, the self-defense is a preventative measure. Self-defense is not after you unalive. It either have to be me or you.
They're gonna spit in Carmelo's booty like this. Like that.
You definitely are a PD3. Like the fact that you could listen, that doesn't even bother me, you saying that, right? I mean, I think it's very weird. And it just goes to show how perverted your mind is. And they probably need to pick you up, because young children are probably not safe around you, right?
Not the dogs, not either.
Yeah. And the animals, she's right. The animals aren't safe around y'all either. But the fact that your brain even goes there and has those type of thoughts, they probably need to be watching your account and get your IP address, because children are more than likely not safe around you.
Okay, go wipe your phone, okay?
The thing about it, he had 2 choices. All right, one to go out and get struck by lightning, or the second one to get jumped on by all them big old kids. But the third one was to run, and that's what he did, ran and protect himself.
And I also think that they threw Austin under the bus, because I think Hunter, he expressed that he was the one causing the BS. And then now that, you know, Austin not no more, they switched it that Austin just the one that's doing everything. No, he's not. You all were doing it. And even y'all admitted on the testimony that we told him at least 15 times, standing up, and he's sitting down. So y'all repeating 15 times between the 4 of y'all to move, y'all are standing over somebody. He's not provoking. He is scared.
Okay, for one thing, who gonna sit and count 15 times? For one thing, I'm not against you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And then they went and strong-armed his book bag, because if you take something from somebody, because when you see him running down them bleachers, he didn't have it. So
now they did not testify to that.
And then they didn't testify to the bullies. They ain't testified to the boys' history.
And peep this. The cop that showed the pictures of everything that was in Carmelo's bag, and the defense asked her, well, where's his laptop? It's probably all crunched up and stomped on, because them boys was doing the most.
So that was criminal activity right there.
And then ain't nobody believe that.
Strong-arm robbery.
And don't nobody believe, oh, Carmelo sitting under the tent talking reckless. Well, baby, what was you saying? Everything is one-sided. Carmelo talking reckless. What did you say?
The security guard was right beside them, you know, down a little bit. But any commotion, he would have heard it. If he would have been doing that, he would have got there a little faster. I blame the school for not shutting it down, for the thunderstorm the day before. They shouldn't have had it. They said it was a terrible thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And then when it was raining hard, We'll go in the tent, then it start drizzling. If you walk out, the sun will be shining, and if it's still thundering, it could still strike a lightning to you.
Well, not
It was
99%
all
of the
messed up.
kids, 99% of the kids came on school buses. Carmelo came on a school bus. I believe.
Car, school bus, it don't matter. They had to get back to
Well,
their
it,
car.
no, it does.
Transportation.
Well, it does, because if you have kids with events, that does happen sometimes. Like, that's excusable. But what's not excusable is that you cut off the left side of the tent. Now I can't see 6 children standing up there with their phone recording directly what happened. I want to see the body cam footage of all of the witness statements that was at the stadium the day Austin left. I want to know why.
Look, something else they're hiding. They're hiding all this stuff because it'll exonerate Carmelo or it'll show why he did what he did. And they're hiding everything. Biggest corruption cover-up ever. Because if they'd have had the kids, what they first initially said that day, we'd have got more of the truth. So they didn't get the doctor of their story. So,
but don't play in my face and give me a video.
Hold on.
Yeah.
One of the biggest corruptions.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Breezy, do you see something up there that says don't request up if you white and you think Carmelo's guilty?
No, but it is more a be okay space, and I just wanted to make sure it was okay.
Well, hold on, wait a minute. So listen. Okay, I'm gonna be nice. Okay, so yeah, listen. Yeah, anybody can come in my space, right? We're not that type of panel. And apparently you don't know me, because if you do, you probably, because we talk about a lot of different
first time here.
Yeah, we talk about a lot of different topics, and sometimes there's all kind of people on the panel. So it's not that type of space, but we do talk about racial issues. So, you know, maybe it'll be a little sensitive, you know, for some people, but yeah, so, you know, we do talk about topics that, yeah, could potentially, you know, be offensive to some, but I'm sure you're used to some of the stuff that goes on TikTok, but yeah.
That's why I wasn't being like rude. I was literally genuinely asking because I didn't know. Some people think like I'm a different ethnicity than white. And...
Hey, that's an interesting name. Your name is Breezy FBA?
Breezy F Baby, like Lil Wayne.
F Baby. Okay, I thought that was FBA. I didn't see the baby.
Lil Wayne, I love Lil Wayne.
Okay. Never mind. I thought that said FBA.
Are you Hunan?
What is it?
Do you have another page for was it Hunan?
No. This is my only page I got on TikTok.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, you have familiar voice. Okay. Okay, Breezy, do you want to address the prompt that you talk about Carmelo's new legal team?
So I don't know really much about his new legal team. I do think that he does need some. I'm going to use TikTok appropriate words. On the last panel, they got mad because I said be okay, but I thought that was TikTok appropriate. But I'm going to say be okay.
You can say be okay.
Okay, but be okay. I do think that he does need legal team to be okay. Absolutely, for sure. I am against Carmelo Anthony being like set free, like he didn't do anything wrong. I am against that, but I do think that his trial, his defense attorney, like I don't think that was completely fair. I will agree with that. I do.
Well, what do you think he did wrong?
Well, he poked somebody.
And why?
For a push.
And that's what you heard? Or
How
that's
about
what
him
you
not
know?
putting his hands on people, period? He should have kept his hands to himself. Point
Okay,
blank.
so because I
It
knew
wasn't
y'all were
no
gonna say,
push.
hold on. Yes, it was. Anyways, but hold on. How many of y'all know who Serenity Baker is?
Why? What that got to do with anything?
Let me ask you,
What does that have to do with
Okay,
anything? Let me
enlighten us.
Okay, yes, I would love.
Hold on. No, can before you go into another case, right? can you please tell us in this instance, in this case, why you don't think that Carmelo
Because
is
I do
able-
not. Sorry, I don't
Hold
want
on,
to
let me
interrupt you.
finish,
Go ahead.
please. I just want to know why you don't think Carmelo is able to use self-defense.
Because I don't think that self-defense was what was met with. A push does not mean.
Elaborate.
Okay, how
Hold
many
on,
in
no,
high
you gotta let
school?
her finish. Let's let her land. Go
Like,
ahead.
let's think about high school, guys. I have been in numerous fights in high school. I never once thought about using a pew-pew or a poker or anything. When you throw down, you throw down. And sometimes, you know what? I've been jumped too. So that shit happens sometimes. It sucks, but he could have walked away and I don't want to hear.
About
I'm
4
sorry, but
people.
Have you
Hold on,
ever
gotta
while you
hold
were in
on,
high
no,
school and all
y'all,
these
they
fights?
asked,
hold on,
hold
y'all,
on,
please,
hold
let's
on.
just let her. I just want her to land so she can get her point across and then we can reply.
All right, 2 seconds. All right. First off, no. If he wanted to walk away, they asked him 15 times to leave. He could have left. Second off, okay, so none of y'all know who Serenity Baker is, and that's really upsetting because Serenity is a 14-year-old BLK girl.
But
The
can
same
we
year,
go- can we
the same year.
Hold on, can we please stick to just
Hold
like
on.
we
But
do
it
know
just makes
she
sense
is.
though.
Hold on, I don't
Why
want you to
aren't
get-
y'all upset? A
Hold on, Breezy, I don't
14-year-old.
want you. I'm asking you to listen. Before you try to use case law or anything, please just speak to this specific case first of why you don't think Carmelo Anthony has self-defense with the facts that you know about the case before you bring any other case into this. I want to know what you know about this case and why you don't think it applies, self-defense applies when it comes to the laws in the state of Texas.
Even though the host is pretty, answer the question directly and don't pivot.
I mean, I think I did answer perfect. I mean, he could have walked away. They asked him 15 times.
Okay,
15 times.
but
so what-
I want you to use the state of Texas laws.
Okay, but also I don't know exactly about the laws, but either way, it's
So therein
morals.
lies the problem, sweetheart.
It's morals. It's humanity.
it's
it's
not
common
morals, it's the
sense.
law, sweetie.
Just because somebody pushes somebody doesn't mean you get to poke them.
So can I ask you, because you
I
talking
really
about
wish y'all would
more-
look up Serenity Baker.
No, I'm talking about Carmelo Anthony, right? That's what we're talking about. I get if you want to make a point later, but I just wanted to see what you knew about this case in general. And the fact that
Y'all don't care about that because it doesn't fit the narrative.
We can give you 20 people that you
Y'all gotta let me hold on, please. Listen, my point is that we're talking about the law. We're not talking about your feelings or your emotions, my feelings. We're simply talking about the law. I don't care what I feel, what you feel, what anyone on the panel feels. We're talking about the facts of what happened and how Texas law applies to what happened. And does he qualify for self-defense based off the law? If you don't know the law, honestly, you don't.
But does it not say that with
your
force?
feelings do not
No,
matter.
I'm asking. But doesn't Texas law also with force met?
Listen, Texas
Doesn't
law.
is defense against force met?
No, I think you need to look up Texas law.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem, is you need to look up what Texas law states.
So you
and
could put a finger to the nose and then kill some or unalive somebody. Sorry.
Can I say something to her, Kai?
Lou had her hand up too. Go ahead,
How
y'all.
far does that
Real
go?
quick, because I know that Lou has some very crucial information to deliver to her. I just want to point out to you, ma'am, that you're just saying you can't deliver a poke from a push, but there
His own tent.
Excuse me. When I finish, then Lou will speak, and then you can
The
respond.
tent that.
Excuse
okay.
me.
Sorry.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay,
Go ahead.
Right. Let's just have a little bit of self-control. So in the state of Texas, right, if there is a disparity of force, meaning if I am approached, surrounded, and assaulted by an individual, and others, I do not have to wait until my head is beat in to defend myself, right? Because the reality is the altercation took place on slippery, wet bleachers. Hunter himself implicated himself by stating him and his brother and the friends approached Carmelo, and then they assaulted Carmelo. So there's something called a disparity of force. So Carmelo absolutely had the right to be in fear for his life. We can use case precedent and look at Case and Allison to compare the situation, but nonetheless, the disparity of force and the multiple assailant doctrine does apply in this case. And I would like for Lou to go ahead.
Okay, so first things first, right? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna do my very best to be nice. The law is not about your morals. The law is not about what you think. The law is not about how you feel. The law is the law. And if you all know the law, then you shouldn't be speaking on why somebody should or should not be in jail, because clearly you don't know the criteria to why someone should or should not be in jail, because you don't know the law. Let's start there. So this is a fact-based panel. We do not speak in feelings, we speak in facts. I'm pretty sure Foodie gave you a beautiful example of what that looks like by giving you a precedent, right? The argument that Carmelo should have left, why? He was not in a place that he was not supposed to be. Memorial High School did not own that tent. Frisco ISD owns that tent. And Carmelo is a student of the Frisco ISD County Network, right? Austin has no authority to move anybody from anywhere because he was 17, just like Carmelo was 17. He asked him to leave. So what? He said no. Does that then give you the right to put your hands on somebody because they decided that they didn't want to do what you asked them to do? No. Even if I worked at IHOP or McDonald's and I asked you to leave, that don't give me the right to put my hands on you. I'd have to call security or I have to call police. I don't know what it is about people who have this mindset that y'all think y'all can just go around putting your hands on people and people have to do what you want to do, or they have to respond the way that you want them to respond, right? I was taught to keep my hands to myself because not everybody's going to use hands, right? Not everybody's going to use feet, right? Not everybody wants to fight. Carmelo wasn't some hard body asshole like you are. Carmelo wasn't in fights left and right. Carmelo probably didn't know how to fight, right? So just because you were accustomed to getting your ass toe up and thrown between the washer and the dryer and beat the fuck up constantly all the time, that doesn't mean other people have to be okay and be accustomed to that. Self-defense, it does not require you to use equal force. I don't know where y'all are getting that from. That's not how that works. That's not what proportionality means. In fact, they tell you with escalation of force, you're actually supposed to use most times, often than not, the step above the force that you're being met with, because equal force doesn't stop anything. If you punch me one time and I punch you one time, we both just got punched one time. That's not gonna stop anything. Me, I'm gonna beat your ass until you stop moving. If you lucky, but I'm too pretty to fight, so I'm probably gonna do what Carmelo did.
May I?
That's why you
Breezy.
want to put your hands on people.
Breezy. If two fat,
I got one more point. I'm so sorry. The nerve of you to come up here and bring up the case that I'm familiar with that case. I know what it was. I didn't answer you because that's not your fucking place. You came up here trying to use a black girl to make a fucking point.
At the same state,
I don't
the
give a
same
fuck.
year.
Ma'am, don't interrupt me because I didn't interrupt you. I sat up there and let you say all that stupid shit.
I
you
just heard her say breezy, so
shut the fuck up. Nobody, ma'am. I'm being very nice, right?
Me
This
too.
is attempting to be very nice to you. So I need you to act like you have some type of sense while I'm still attempting to be nice. The fact that you came up here and tried to use a young black girl's case as a token is a problem. And that's a problem that I continue to see in people like you.
Same year.
Ma'am, stop fucking interrupting me.
Same state. Same thing.
You don't have no type of fucking self-control, so you can wait in the comments.
Dang, I wanted to talk to
I mean, get her out of here. Get her out of here, man. She was a racist, YT Dia.
Yeah, that was she was doing that on purpose.
I'm not gonna go back and
Yeah.
forth with you.
Yeah, she was
I'm
doing
not gonna say please let me. I'm gonna just shut you the fuck up.
Right.
Didn't I tell you guys earlier? Didn't I say that they come in these spaces on purpose?
Yeah.
She did that
Well,
on purpose.
I'll tell you what they do. What they do is they cannot be honest. What they
But
do
that
is
case
they
is ho-
cannot answer a direct question. They can't.
But that
It's
case
almost-
is not the same because that little girl was being bullied.
Right.
She repeatedly had a problem with the little girl that she poked. So that's not the same case. That has nothing to do with this case of Carmelo Anthony. So no, bitch, it's not the same. But you came up here trying to prove a point.
I know. Just take a breather because
But I have
don't get us
multiple-
upset like
Oh no,
that.
I'm not mad. I know I sound mad because I'm talking hard, but I'm not.
No,
upset.
I've been under YT. I've been in the comments and YT Talk. They've been talking good shit the whole time, like real bad things. And I just feel like let's not play. Even though you're gonna come, this how they come in. I feel like we're in a movie sentence. Like they come in smiling, but behind the smile, they getting ready to say something nasty. They always do that.
Mm-hmm. And I give Kai credit, that you give them that opportunity to take some space up and time up to say stuff. But I knew when she started talking that she wasn't about nothing. And I just told you guys that's what they do. She want to brag about how many times she got in fights and stuff. I'm older than probably everybody on this panel, and I can't even tell you in high school how many fights I got into because I didn't go to school to fight. I didn't look for people to bother me. Maybe people did bully me. I didn't pay attention because my whole focus was on school. And if I had to fight, I wouldn't have a problem with it. And I would teach my sons and daughters the same thing. Somebody put their hands on you, you try to send them to their grandmother.
And no matter how hard they explain that Carmelo did the most wrong, Carmelo did not even get to the wrong had not Austin touched him. And I get pissed off every time I hear, touch me and see what happens. They almost make it like it seemed like Carmelo said, there or double there. No, that wasn't there or double there. I said, please don't touch me.
No, that by a court of law.
Hold on, y'all. I just want to make sure Queen is finished with her point.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. No, I just wanted to just say that because we got to stop allowing them in our spaces, y'all. And I know Miss Kai, this is your panel, and she wouldn't have been able to come in my panel once she started talking. But I would be a whole different ball game. But you have to let them talk. But they come from panel to panel and do exactly what I said they do. She was a perfect example of it.
Well,
She want to talk about how bad she is. That wasn't impressive. That's nothing to brag about that you stayed in fights all the time. That sounds like you got some underlying issues going on, baby.
We got this thing.
School is supposed to be fun.
Breezy, hold on. I'm trying to figure out what she talking about kids and what you're teaching them. I asked to be in their space. Yeah, you did, and you're welcome in my space. But you have to let Lou. The reason why you really got dropped is you got dropped because you wouldn't let Lou land her plane. And so if you had just let her land her plane, you could have responded to her, Breezy. But because you kept interjecting, when she was speaking. So that's why she ended up dropping you. But you people are welcome to my panel, but you have to be respectful when people are talking. So with that being said, hold on. Just hold that thought, Brandon. We had somebody new on the panel that hadn't spoke at all. So I just want to give you 2 minutes to speak to the prompt. What do you think about Carmelo's new legal team? TikTok friendly.
I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to somebody else.
No, I'm talking to you. I said,
my fault. I was like, damn, I didn't know if she was talking to me or not.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I was asking, what do you think about Carmelo's new legal team, and I was just saying use TikTok friendly words, basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my fault. Yeah, I don't really know much about his new legal team. I do think that he does need an appeal. I don't really have like a opinion on that. I think his first legal team definitely failed him 110%, obviously, right? But what I was going to say is with this case, okay, I don't agree with the sentencing, and I do not agree with the charge that was brought upon him. At the end of the day, though, I'm not gonna hold you. I do not think he was in the confines of self-defense in that situation, right? And even I don't want to say even if he was, I don't think he meant to do what he did, right? But what he did still happened, and he does need to face some type of repercussion for that. But what he's facing is not right at all.
Do we feel that he should deserve a fair and justice trial?
You said the one.
Hold on. I wanted to ask him a question. Did you know that self-defense wasn't a crime?
Yes, I know that self-defense isn't a crime.
So why would Carmelo need to do some time?
Because I think it was criminal negligent homicide. I don't think that self-defense was really justified in the way that he did it right here.
And do you think that M1 can
Hold
interview
on, wait a
someone?
minute. I just wanted to. Do you think he? I'm gonna let you go. I just got this one question. Okay. Do you think that he was defending himself?
I think he just made a dumb decision.
So wait a minute. He was
I
assaulted.
might have been-
So how was he supposed to respond to an assault?
Well, I mean, low key, he should have left because.
Okay.
I mean, but they also at the
It's
same
not
time.
illegal. It's not illegal. Let's talk about what's legal, not legal. Sitting under a canopy is not illegal. It was not against school policy, and it was not against UIL rules. We're past that. He was
Yeah,
assaulted.
I'm not worried about him having the poker with him. That's what people.
That was legal. That was said in trial. It was
Yeah. People take it to track all the time, everywhere.
But,
That's clean.
my thing to you is that who committed the first crime?
I think they did. They were aggressors. The twins.
No, that's a crime.
Who is
assault
they?
someone,
What do you
it's
mean?
a crime, is it not?
The twins. Or I don't even know if they was twins.
So they assaulted him. So how does one respond to an assault?
So I don't know why we're saying assaulted him. A light push, yeah. I guess you can't
A
call
light
that.
push is an assault. No, hold on. A light push is an
No,
assault.
it wasn't a light push. Why?
But
did you
even if it was, a light push is an assault.
Yeah, you can still call that
No. I'm not going with that no more. I'm not doing that with y'all. I'm not. I refuse to. It was not a light push. It wasn't a light push.
What was it?
Listen, I saw the original surveillance video. I've never thought that this boy was lightly pushed. Based off the original surveillance video, I could tell all four of those bodies were moving in front of Carmelo. I never saw Carmelo. I couldn't attest to whether he was sitting or standing, but I've always said he either was sitting the entire time or he was so much smaller than those boys that you couldn't even see him. But the bodies that I saw moving was the four assailants that stood in front of him. Those were the bodies actively moving in the surveillance video. It wasn't Carmelo. So if you paid attention to the trial, there was somebody that I feel like, that a lot of people feel like, and I don't even want to say feel like, that made a statement that made more sense based off the surveillance video about what took place. Because if you lightly touch someone, if you lightly push someone, you're not going to see that type of movement in the video. There's no way that it's just not going to happen. But based off what the person they identified as T that took the stand, he advised that Austin used that sled move, which I'm sure you know, and people want to deny it all they want to. But T testified that it was the sled move that Austin used, which was a football drill move that they used. That is what he did to Carmelo. And not to even go into all the other bodies that were moving in that video that were involved in that, as CBS Texas calls it, eruption, as Fox News called it back then, a fight.
So let me ask you something. So if there's 20 people, there's 21 people there, right? If there's 20 people that tell you that a fire truck is red, and you just because you don't want it to be red, and the one person calls a fire truck blue, does that make a fire truck blue? Does that make sense?
That's a horrible analogy.
Yeah,
That's a horrible analogy.
I might not.
Can I answer that?
You definitely
Can I
didn't
answer
nail
that?
Hold on, wait. Go ahead, Tien. Let Tien go because I cut him off.
That's all good. No, that's a horrible analogy. I don't know where you were going with that.
I want to answer that.
I would just gonna say if everybody else said generally the same thing, why is the one person that said different? The one person that said different.
Listen,
right?
Let me say this one real quick, right? You're saying that everybody told a different version. You're admitting to that, right?
A different version, but the same thing, if that makes sense.
Right. So wait, if everybody told a different version, why does his version make anything different from their version? If everybody's telling a different version, is it just because you don't want to believe his version no matter what he says?
Here, let me rephrase that, right? If 20 people, okay, in this situation, right, with my analogy, 20 people said the different version, but they all clicked together, if that makes sense, right? It was all a different version.
Right.
It was a different perspective. Hold on, I wasn't done. It was a different perspective of the same thing, right? Now, one person said something completely different, right?
Isn't it just their perspective?
That would be correct. That would be their perspective, correct? But how does that negate the other 20 people's perspective? Right? I mean, you gotta use majority there.
Let me tell you how. Because you're saying it was only one different perspective, but you are negating the fact that Hunter gave the first perspective. He is the only reason that we know kind of where the storyline went, right? Are you going to deny that Hunter's version of this story is what we all talk about for a whole year?
No, I don't.
Hey, can I ask you a
No,
question?
I ain't finished.
Hold on. Do you know what Hunter said?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I actually never watched that video.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and try to act.
So why you up here jumping like if you know?
Hey, Space, do you consider yourself a tough guy?
No, I'm just a normal person.
Wait, a tough guy don't got nothing to do with this trial.
No, I just want to ask him a question real quick. So if it was four of us and we were just threatening you and we attacked you and you had a poker on you, would you try to use it or not?
Shit, I probably would, and I'd go to jail too.
All right, let's fast forward to the trial.
That's all I want to
Let's fast forward to the trial. Okay. If you are saying that you had not even taken the time, it's been over a year.
I watched the trial, but I haven't seen the Hunter video. My fault.
Okay, well, you need to do that. Teacup and go do that. Listen.
I'll go watch it. I'll take your word for it if I haven't seen it.
No, don't take my word for it. Listen, what Hunter said is that me and my brother walked up, we grabbed his bag. He started talking reckless, and then the kid made a mistake, and it was just like an unfortunate situation. That's the first time we seen anyone spoke. We have not even heard Carmelo's voice until they just released these videos.
Yeah, so
And
realistically,
took his bag.
does grabbing a bag
Now take his
justify?
bag.
Grabbing a bag is simple robbery. It is.
Yes.
And it's
And,
covered.
and
And it's covered under 9.32.
but
That
not
that
coupled with assault. That when he said, "Push me and see what happens,"
and
then he
that's
said,
enticing, and that's enticing in a court of law.
"Okay, if you say that," and then he coupled it up with,
Enticing.
"Touch
Hold
me
on,
and
hold
see
on,
what
wait,
happens."
wait, wait.
Instigation.
And-
Wait. We're a fact-based
listen.
panel.
If
Let me
he
clarify
says,
this.
if he
Hold on,
says,
Miss Nikki.
"Push me,"
Hold on, Miss Nikki. Hold on. Let me clarify that. There is no precedent for enticing, right?
I didn't mean
can't even
enticing. I
quote
meant
me.
instigating.
You can't even quote me the penal code that goes along with it, right? You know why? Because it's just some shit you made up, right?
But that's
Just
what he
some shit you
said.
made up.
You guys said he said that.
No, I didn't say
no,
he said
Hunter
anything.
said he said that.
No, you're saying that that's enticing. Enticing
I
to
didn't
what?
mean to say enticing. I meant to say
What you mean the provocation? Are you saying that's grounds for provocation?
and essentially.
No,
Well, I wouldn't
because
say.
words alone do not
I
provoke.
don't know if I would say provocation for real. I would say instigation.
How
Right.
is it
When you say and see what happens, I think that's what did him in.
How
Yeah,
is that
but
Hey, hold
that is also
on.
because let's ask,
Hold on.
what's your what is your cultural background?
What is my what? I'm sorry.
Are you white?
I'm black.
Spanish? You're white?
I'm
Did you
black.
grow up in a black household?
Yes.
Okay, so let me explain to you. Touch
Lord,
me.
say something.
No, touch me and sees what happens. It's not a dare or double dare. I have seen and I'm not in your culture, but I have seen in white tea culture, you guys like grab each other butts and like
I just told you I'm
wedgies,
black.
like do wedgies and stuff like that. We don't do that.
Ma'am, I
in our
just told you
community.
I'm black.
Okay, black
Oh,
man,
okay.
can
Whoa,
I ask you a
whoa,
question?
He said,
whoa.
okay, black.
Whoa,
Whoa, angry
Black
black
man.
man, calm down, man.
Hold on,
I,
let me
I
ask
need to
him one
calm down.
question.
He seemed like he in close proximity though.
Hold on, black man. Can I ask you a question?
He said, hold on,
Calm
black
down,
man.
black
Yeah,
man.
yeah, go chill out.
Hey,
Oh,
check this
okay, I'm
out.
gonna chill. Y'all
do,
get
do you, hold on. Do you got family? Like a woman and a kid?
No, no, I don't.
You just by yourself?
Yeah, I live in my own apartment.
Okay, that's cool. All right. Say that you went to like a 5-star hotel or just a regular hotel. I'm not hotel, but a restaurant.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You go to a restaurant, right?
Right.
You order your food, right?
Mhm.
The waiters come and give it to you, right?
Yeah.
And then I come in the restaurant and tell you to move out your seat. What would you do?
I'd tell you, fuck no.
Thank you. What you think he
No,
supposed to
you
been
would
doing?
get up. You would get up and do exactly what y'all wanted Carmelo to do.
No, I would say no.
No, you would say, okay, sir, I'm gonna get
I
up.
would say I would.
What about smack
Can
you?
I ask him a question?
You would
What
say,
about
you say
smack
sorry,
you?
sir.
What would you do?
You say sorry, sir.
I mean, I guess whether I get my ass beat or not, we have to fight.
Sorry,
Hey,
sorry, sir.
hey,
I'll leave right now. I'm sorry, sir.
I'm leaving right now, sir.
I'm out of here,
Hold on,
sir.
can I get my doggy back?
No, take this.
That's
Faith, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misidentified you. I'm sorry about that. I did
That's why I started
misidentify
Are
you.
you really sorry about that?
I
Are you really
am.
sorry about
No,
that?
I really am. I promise.
I don't
No,
believe
that's
you.
genuine.
He
It's
said I'm
don't
black.
genuine.
She said, all right, whitey, anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, Whitey. Anyway, you
I'm being
cracker.
genuine. I'm being genuine. How old are you? I mean, what's your age
I'm
range?
26. I'm 26.
Okay, what side of this country you live on?
I live in St. Louis.
Where you
Okay.
from?
St. Louis.
Okay.
All right, St. Louis, and you are what age range?
I'm 26.
26. Okay, babe.
Yeah, you
Listen.
yeah, you're an anomaly, sir.
Well,
And
let
then
me
I'm
let me
really-
be let me be nice because I
And
messed
always.
up. I messed up, man. I took your tone of voice as something else. but anyway.
I'm black, man. I'm black.
Okay, I got
chill out.
No, it's all good. I'm black. I can say it.
I mean,
I can
I'm
say
not
the
tripping.
hard R
I'm
version.
not-
I
I'm
can
not
say
We
the
tripping.
get it.
hard
We get it. We get it. We get it. We get it.
Yeah, it's cool. We all talk different ways and things like that. I misidentified you. I almost feel like embarrassed.
So wait a minute. Wait.
Nah,
So
I
you're
see him
saying
on
that
his
he
other
does
post
not
and
have
he
the right
was.
to self-defense? Is that what you're saying?
You said what?
Wait. No. My
He does
position.
not have the right to self-defense?
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Wait. My position is that Carmelo is directly in self-defense. I do not even feel like this needed to go to trial, nor did it need to come to bringing charges. I think that after the initial interviews, it should have been a police report and Carmelo should have walked. However, this is where we are. The reason why I think that he should have walked is because Hunter, before we even heard from Carmelo, said, me and my brother, that's already multiple assailants. I don't have to say no more. Then he went on to say, snatch his bag. That's robbery. So now you got a one man that is 135 pounds, and you got at least two, because Hunter said me and my brother, that are 210 to the least a piece.
That's
That is
420.
reasonable. That's reasonable to use any object. I ain't talking about the poker that they telling us he used. It's reasonable to pick up any object to level the threat. And the threat is at least two, in my opinion. But as I seen the video, I seen at least four. So now I'm thinking with the testimony, they say, okay, 15 times we told him. So that means at least not just Hunter and Austin, at least if we're going to divide 15 by 4, 2 more of y'all is standing over this man that no one gave a testimony to seeing him raise up out of his seat. No one gave a testimony to seeing him actually produce a weapon in his hand. No one gave a testimony to seeing him use the weapon and poke Austin. That's suspicion to me. That means there's reasonable doubt. If all 4 of y'all are there through the testimony, y'all seen the whole event, but no one seen the poke, I have reasonable doubt there is no way a jury can convict a person if reasonable doubt is involved.
And who was the counter? Was it 14 times, 5 times? They said that.
Yeah, that.
Get up.
I want to.
Hey, check this out. I done seen another your video.
Hold on,
Hey, I seen another your video and you wasn't that color.
I don't have any videos.
Yes, and I seen another your Facebook page, your TikTok page.
I hope he didn't trick me. Don't take my apology.
I don't
for
have
granted.
any videos on my
you do.
TikTok.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes,
I
you do.
don't.
I seen it. I seen
Everybody go to
different
my
name.
TikTok
I
page
seen
right
it.
now and tell me if I have one single video that I've ever posted.
I seen it.
Where at?
Why you mad?
Hey,
Where
Brandon,
at?
remember what you said earlier, Mr. Brandon? What you said earlier rings true. Remember what you said earlier?
Oh, I didn't even what was that now?
Okay, you remember what you said about some of us earlier?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
How we're cowards or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
15 times to leave. You don't belong here. This isn't your team, not his race team, not his. Yeah. And the thing is, if you were to take color out of it in real life, you would still think it was about color because you're talking to one kid telling him that he doesn't belong somewhere, that he needs to move.
I understand that.
And listen, I don't want anybody to be like misled. This is all about color at this point, right? Because of and it's not even because of the actual case, it's because of the outliers now, right? You got the Jeff Metcalfs who raised this child to act like this. Now, I'm not saying that his child acted like this with all Black people, but his child thought it was okay to act like this with Black people, right? And we always are putting away what Austin and Hunter did. What they actively did was assault and attempted robbery. And it's on camera. And you know the beautiful part about all this is the cognitive dissonance. Yes, I'm a big fan of your cognitive dissonance. You're willing to believe anything except for the fact that Carmelo was defending himself, which is also weird to me, because if you're in the land of make-believe and you're willing to believe that these two boys didn't go up there and assault them, why can't you believe that Carmelo was defending himself? That's because he's Black, right? Because Black people don't defend themselves.
No, he said he was
Black people
Black.
always defend themselves.
Black people are the perpetual, remember the victimhood. We're supposed to be victims, right? We're not supposed to be overcomers.
Black people always defend themselves. I was gonna say I don't think
See, I told you wasn't Black.
I don't think that what was I trying to say? I don't think that he meant to unalive the guy, right? That's why I said I opened this up with I don't agree with the charges or the sentencing, but I can't even.
Okay, well,
But anyway,
do you agree with this? Had not Austin touched Carmelo,
then I
they
don't
would,
think.
or I'm not finished my sentence. Had not Austin touched Carmelo, both of them would have been at prom,
Both of them would have been what? I'm sorry.
at prom and graduation.
Oh yes, 110%.
Okay, so therefore, you know that Austin caused the issue, and now Austin is
I agree
gone,
with that.
and Carmelo, you know, has a bump in the road. So can you admit that had not Austin touched,
Then we wouldn't be
none of
talking
this
right
happened?
now. Then we wouldn't be having a conversation right now.
Exactly. So say that.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Right, but unfortunately, what happened.
Was Austin touched, therefore Austin assaulted, therefore Carmelo defended, and therefore now we are here wondering why. Now it turned into race. Now we wondering why the system can work for self-defense for one person, but the system doesn't work for self-defense for Carmelo. That is the fight.
And I mean,
Wait, hold on. So we gotta circle back around and get the panel back open. So I do have a question that I would like a response from everybody, right? Including the chat. This is good chat participation. Why do you think Carmelo Anthony wasn't allowed to? Why don't you think that Carmelo Anthony isn't allowed to defend himself in this case?
I can't hear a damn thing.
Because it's common law for a Black person not to be able to unalive a white person. It's like common law. That's when the laws first started. That was against the law. Like even if you were a police officer, you are not allowed to unalive a white person. And it's supposedly off the books now, but it's still common law that they work with amongst themselves. And it's like a kind of like a code that they use to be like, if that happened, we're gonna do everything we can.
So you still Black?
Hey Brandon, you got a whole lot of background noise, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that.
We're dealing with it. We can mitigate it. It's fine. We can hear.
I'll just let them know.
Yeah, I can go in a different room. That's all good.
No, he's right. Yeah, I'll just let you know.
Appreciate it. XRVM, what you got?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, why do you think Carmelo Anthony isn't that they're not the general public doesn't allow Carmelo Anthony to be an advocate of self-defense in this case?
I mean, me personally, I just think like killing someone, it's like too much.
You gotta say unaliving, champ.
Oh, what?
Unaliving.
Oh, my bad. Unalive.
Yeah.
I feel like that's too much.
Unaliving what now?
Yeah, unaliving is like too much.
Not talking about unalive, we're talking about self-defense. So
No, I know, I know, I understand that, but I believe like there's like levels to like stuff, you know. Like if he was getting like hit, if he was getting beat up, then yeah, I would feel like maybe pulling out
four people.
his weapon.
But I mean, we've already established it was multiple people, right?
No, I know, but that makes it like, in my opinion, like less of a reason because it's a track meet. There's a lot of like people. It's not like it was like late
There's
at night.
multiple
He got
people
cornered.
assaulting you. What are you supposed to do?
What? Could you repeat that, please?
What would you have liked Carmelo to do while multiple people were assaulting him?
Leave? Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
No, they ain't gonna let you leave because you're surrounded.
Yeah, not
I
only are they
mean-
not letting you leave, right? They're beating you up for being where you are,
And taking your book bag.
and they're taking your property.
Damn, so
what do you
somebody
do
takes my
then?
book bag now. I gotta.
I mean, I've seen like the videos of him. Or like afterwards, he looked pretty good, from my opinion. I don't think he was getting beat up.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, man. I hope you never have to use self-defense. I hope you run. I hope that there's an instance where you can utilize this technique that you've discovered, and I hope that it works out for you. So, Nikki, go ahead with why don't you think Carmelo is allowed self-defense?
I think that the narrative being pushed is that if you defend yourself, you're going under the jail. And then the week prior to that, we had a child and a 14-year-old to show us that if you run away, you're going under the ground. And so I think that it's a narrative being pushed that you can't run, you can't defend. And so they want us pushed in a certain kind of corner that I don't know what they want the outcome to be, but they want us to be as it was. Put your head down, shut up. I'm not sure.
What would your outcome be? What would your outcome be?
In this particular situation, I wish that instead of Carmelo.
No, what will your outcome be? Not Carmelo, yours. If you're pushing.
I mean, I'm 42. I'm not 17.
Yeah, I'm 54. But I'm just saying, what would you do if 4 women push you in the corner? What would you do?
If 2 big YT twins push me in the corner and ask me to move out the Piccadilly lunch line or whatever, however it goes, I would say fuck off. And then, had you put your hands on me,
rush you, smack you.
Well,
then what you would do?
If you put your hand on me, now I'm more confident, that I
the
could.
brother standing beside you ready to smack you too. Now
I'm more confident that the scenario I'm drawing, that I'll be able to do some damage. But at the end of the day, if I was on wet bleachers that were on an incline and I was surrounded, I don't think Carmelo was wrong. Also, I do not think that the weapon that they took a picture of was engaged. That weapon looked limp or folded. So therefore, I'm not even much convinced that that folded weapon that you took a picture of on the scene of the incident is, it doesn't match the story. So I'm not going for the story. Okay. And until Carmelo speaks, then I'll have a situation. But as far as Nikki is concerned, if any 2 twins walk up on me, it ain't gonna be no Austin. It's gonna be Mary and Sally.
Damn. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that.
I was about to shut it down real quick. I just want to close real quick because I'm about to shut it down. I appreciate y'all having me on the panel, and hopefully I could join another panel in the near future. But I'm just glad. Yeah, I'm just glad Carmelo got this new team, and I just hope this injustice could be corrected, and we could get the truth, and we could just see what really happened that day. And you guys have a good night. I'll see y'all later.
You man, I appreciate you, Queen.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Lou, if you want to go ahead and tell us why Carmelo Anthony isn't allowed self-defense.
Because Jeff Metcalf raised a bitch, because he a bitch. and they in a community of bitches, and they don't think that Black people should have certain rights. And so they think they should just be able to go around and tell certain people what they can and can't do and where they shouldn't be. And they should have no pushback. And when you offer pushback, they're going to cry like some bitches.
That's a very interesting take. Thank you for
Lou,
that.
why girl? Now you getting restricted. Come on now. Dang. God.
What happened? She got restricted?
Yes.
But she sounded like Baby Bop when she said it.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, damn it, Lou.
Oh man.
I wasn't shutting it down. I just going around and asking people what they thought.
Come on,
Well,
yeah.
Universal, why doesn't Carmelo Anthony allow self-defense?
I think he was totally allowed self-defense. And if I had over 400 pounds coming at me or more, I would have probably done the same thing. And I'm, like I said earlier, I'm older. And at 17, I was probably about his size. And if two girls that big came after me, somebody ain't coming out. I'm sorry. That's just, I mean, I was raised in New York, so I already know somebody ain't coming out. I'm just saying, I'm not all that sympathy stuff and, oh, he shouldn't have done it this way and he shouldn't have done it. All that don't matter at the time. Oh no, none of that matters. I'm sorry. You coming after me and I'm by myself and I don't have no help. You know, you have 4 aunties. So no, no. If I'm by myself, I'm going to take care of myself. And I'm gonna have something on me at all times.
If your sisters are with you, they gonna take care of it too.
Oh yes, my sisters would have definitely handled everything.
Right,
oh
see
yes,
what I'm
definitely.
saying? So now you can speak to both sides of it.
Yeah, but yes, and if
we all know that Hunter and Austin stepped up together.
Yeah, and that's how you do most of the time. You're gonna help your brother. You're gonna help your sister. You don't do things alone. But there was no need for them to come after that young man by themselves, together, because how little Carmelo was. He was only 100 and something pounds. So it wasn't like he was he equaled them in weight. So what they did was wrong. In the audacity, this is another thing. You said something earlier that I totally agree with. Why is it that we can't be where we want to be and everybody else can? And then how in the world we keep hollering, well, we told him 15 times. So what? I wouldn't have moved either if you told me 15 times. Because first of all, you got to tell me why I got to move. And then if I don't feel the need to move, I'm not going nowhere. And then when you put your hands on me, then I'm going to have to handle up. That's just how it works. But he wasn't looking for a fight. He didn't go in there like somebody said something about premeditation. No, he didn't. He was there minding his business because, again, he was invited to sit there. And he could sit anywhere because, like someone said earlier, that tent belonged to Frisco ISD. Didn't belong to Austin or anybody else. It belonged to the ISD, the school district. So he could sit wherever he wanted to sit. And those 2 boys, and this is something else everybody keep forgetting, those 2 boys were suspended. So they shouldn't even been at that track meet. None whatsoever. But let me tell you something, when you've been a bully and you've been doing those kind of things for so long, there is always an end point to it. Okay? And everybody wants us to feel sympathetic toward what happened to him, but nobody's being sympathetic toward Carmelo. And because we look at him as like a son to us. So because we're wrong? No, we're not wrong. We're not wrong. They should have left them alone because I would have told my son, take care of everything you need to take care of. And my son wasn't raised in no violence. So I would have told him, if somebody come at you like that, take care of them. If you got 2 or 3 people coming after you, take care of whoever you got to take care of. I would never tell him, oh, go tell the principal, go tell the coach that they're messing with you. No, take care of them because you probably couldn't get to the coach in time. They done whooped your tail already. So no, I'm not going to sit there and tell you to run away. No, stand your ground because that's exactly what should have happened with Mr. Carmelo. He stood his ground toward 2 big old monsters. He had a right to do what he did. I would never tell my child, oh, just go tell somebody. No, handle business
because we have to do that. Black kids have to do that.
Are
Because
you
we
saying
don't
white
get the
kids
privilege.
can't do that?
We don't get the
I
privilege.
need you to stay on mute until I address you, sir.
We
Just
don't
chill
get
out.
that
We'll
privilege.
get
We
to
don't
you.
get that privilege to cry and somebody comes to our rescue. It doesn't work like that for our children. Because look what Mr. Carmelo, look, if he would have went and told somebody, look what happened to him. No, he did it because he was scared. And he did what he was supposed to do, take care of himself. He preserved himself like we're supposed to do. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We got somebody new on the panel, Patrick.
Damn, you just
I
skip
saw
me
you
like
on-
that? That's crazy.
No, I have to. I'm not skipping you. You're next after
I
Patrick.
was last on the list.
panel.
No, Patrick is brand new. He hadn't spoke at all.
Yeah, Patrick is. Yeah, he spoke, but he interrupted someone else. So I want to go ahead and get him in, and then I can come back.
No,
to
no,
and
you
then
straight,
we
you
can open
straight,
up the panel.
Now we skipping you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's Lou's backup page. Look at that shit. Look at that. All right. All right. You got your
Patrick,
mild powers?
I'm from El Paso.
No.
Okay. I'll ask how to get your mild powers.
She
what'd you
don't
say,
have
Patrick?
my power. She do.
Not on this page. No.
Yes, you do. It say moderator.
Oh, it don't say for me. I can't do nothing to nobody. They might not be turned on.
I don't know. I mean, it
It
got
does
all
say
the
moderator
numbers.
on my end.
Hold on, let me see.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, they on now.
All right, there they go. All right, we got the mod back. All right, Patrick. Please, how do you feel about Carmelo's new team of attorneys?
I think it's a good team, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I'm not saying there's a moral compass or anything. I'm just saying when you look at the guidelines of the law, this wasn't, in my opinion, this wasn't self-defense. I hear people comparing this to the Case and Allison case. While I can understand some people's frustration, I also don't think the Case and Allison case was self-defense, so I'm not defending him either. I think both of these people were in the wrong. In my opinion, anyone whose first instinct is to unalive somebody when they feel if they feel that slight harm is walking their way, or not even slight harm, because he had opportunity to leave that tent, he didn't take it. From the FOIA request video, destroys the rumors that he was sitting down during the altercation. That was proven false through the FOIA
No,
request
it wasn't,
video.
sir. He was.
Do you have the FOIA
up
request
here
video?
espousing. You're up here espousing falsities.
Yeah, he
do you
was.
have the
he
FOIA
was-
request
We
video?
can't have that because
No,
we're a
he-
facts-based panel.
Patrick, hold up.
Do you have the
Patrick, he-
FOIA request video?
Yes.
She saw the video.
Yeah, I
The
saw
FOIA
Why
video,
police
not the.
nasty?
I saw the FOIA. I submitted a FOIA request. Listen, Patrick, he was sitting down. Not only that, Patrick, I just want to ask you, like, because you're talking about the appeal, right? So in the appeal, from my understanding, when they do that, they're not looking at witness statements or anything like that. They look at, was his rights violated? Did he get a fair trial? Was there anything done incorrectly? Like, from my understanding, they're going to look at that. So when it comes to the trial, and this is my question, do you think, and I'm talking about from jury selection on to the end of the trial, do you think there was anything like his rights, his rights were violated, poor counsel, like anything that was done that could
Well, in terms of
potentially...
pork, sorry, continue. I thought we were done. Sorry.
Yeah, I just want, because I think they're going to look at that.
Yeah. So for one, in terms of poor counsel, he was not granted a public defender. He chose his own counsel. So that option will automatically be thrown out the window. I'm just gonna say that right now. All right. You don't get to have a trial and then say, "Oh, I didn't like my attorney after I give him $1 million."
You're completely wrong. Go to your next point.
Bro, quit yelling like that. Hold
Yeah,
on.
what are you interrupting me for? I'm being nice. I'll let you talk.
I'm interrupting the racist. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting a racist.
Racist? You're calling
Hold
me
on,
racist?
y'all. Wait a minute.
I-
Hold on. We're gonna go one at a time. Hold on, please. Listen. Speak to whether you think any of his rights were violated, anything that could potentially, was there anything that was potentially done, even with jury selection? What about that?
Do you unmute me? Yeah, you did. Okay. And jury selection, to my knowledge, Carmelo's team did not use all of their strikes for their jurors. They did use them, but they didn't use all of them. They still had remaining ones.
Do you think jury selection was fair?
Hold
Bro,
on,
can
hold
this
on.
dude stop screaming?
Hold on. Come
First
on.
off,
Space.
hey, listen,
That was a woman.
I will,
That was a screaming.
Get him out of here.
I will do stuff and make stuff happen on this panel. So everybody check themselves right now. And we got somebody new on the panel, so I do want to introduce him so we can all talk and have this open conversation about where we're at. So, Seafood Gaga, if you would like to come off and tell us how you feel about Carmelo's new defense team.
I think it's awesome. It's his appellate team, yes. I think that his rights were obviously violated. I was barely willing to accept, 30 to 50-year-old white people from Texas as a 19-year-old BLK kid's peers. And now you're going to tell me that you're going to put 3 immigrants on from India and East Asia, and those are supposed to be his peers, but the BLK people that were there, because now they're trying to say that all of them said, oh, I don't know if I could convict a BLK kid because he'd be okay, right? That was one. That's one. And he threw himself off of that jury by saying that shit. That was dumb. He can feel it all he wants, but saying it when you're being selected for a jury was dumb. But that in and of itself is grounds for a retrial and for this verdict to be overturned.
All right. So now we can go back to having this open conversation with Patrick, who is of the mind that there's no grounds. Now, let me summarize this for you guys that are just now catching up, right? For the 99. And besides that fact, we still need people tapping the screen.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying that Kai needs to be at like 100K by now. But, I don't know why you guys don't feel that way. I feel that way. So please support Kai by tapping the screen, gift the panel, gift the host. You know what we're here to do. We know what we're here talking about.
Yes, it
and
does.
Get your daily heart meets too. So if you haven't gotten your daily heart meets, get your daily heart meets. Do all the things that you guys know to do when you come into these wonderful people's lives. And you're in probably one of the best, most dopest lives on TikTok. In Case Talk, you're in Kai's line. And she is welcoming to all viewpoints, no matter how ridiculous other people may think they are. Please don't hesitate to speak your mind. Now, if you get a little pushback, don't be upset. It's just pushback. We're challenging ideologies up here, and we're trying to expose racist ideologues and what they look like and what they sound like as it pertains to this case. That's why we're having this interesting conversation with Patrick, right? So, Patrick, you can go back to saying why you think Carmelo got a fair trial.
Wait, don't get off track. Patrick, we're talking about the jury.
No,
Yeah, we can talk about the jury. So, like I said before, Anthony's team, correct me if I'm wrong, but at least in the latest publication I saw, they did not use all of their strikes on jurors. I don't know how many they were given. I just know that they still had some remaining, and they usually jury selection takes about 2 to 3 days. They finished it up in 1. So they came to a mutual agreement on the jury very quickly.
Hold on,
So,
wait.
That's odd?
Hold on, wait a minute. I don't think that that's accurate. I don't think that they finished exactly in 1 day, because didn't they have to go from 600 or what? I forget the total.
Over 800.
But they finished like relatively really quickly.
It wasn't 24 hours, because they had to go from either, somebody said 800 to like 200. Like, there's no way that they went from that number to 200 and they finished in a day. Like,
yeah, no, I don't think it meant like a day like that, right? I think they just did it like really, really quickly.
Sir, just sit on side.
Like too quick.
Sir, I don't know, y'all on the same side, but Patrick, answer.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's
No,
appropriate to
wait.
not have any black member on Carmelo?
Hold on, Nikki. What'd you say, Kai?
Oh, yeah, please, just give me a second. Because I do want to talk about the jury selection because we already know there was a problem there, right? So I just want Patrick to at least acknowledge that because you know what I'm talking about, Patrick, right?
If you want me to say that he should have had black jurors, I mean,
No,
I'm
I
not saying
want
that
you. No, hold on.
Was
I
it fair
want-
or not?
No, Nikki, you
I'm not
gotta
gonna
stop.
say that
You
it
gotta
was
stop.
fair, but
Hold
I'm
on.
not.
Give me 1 second. You look, Patrick. That's not what I'm trying to exactly what I'm trying to get you to say. I want you to say what happened in this particular situation with the black jurors that were actually qualified, not just because they were black, but they were actually qualified and disqualified for a certain reason that makes no sense. Can you speak to that?
So, do you know how jury strikes work?
Can you speak to the
I'm going
jurors?
to. I'm going to answer your question.
We
So,
know how they work, but I want to ask you about
yes,
these
and
three
I will
jurors.
answer your question.
Okay, go
So,
ahead.
a jury strike, each side, the prosecution and the defense, they get a certain amount of strikes. That means they can remove any potential juror from the panel for
We know.
any reason whatsoever. Okay,
know.
they could, and for yes, to answer your question, they could do a jury strike because they don't want a black juror. Okay, however.
So-
What's it called? The
Not
defense
legally, but
did the
yes, they
same
can.
thing. They can do
Was
the same
that the
thing
case?
to a white juror. So Carmelo's team did not use all their strikes. All right. The prosecution also did not use all their strikes. So whatever
they did.
agreement they came on with the jury, whatever the final jury was, if Anthony's team did not like it, they still had opportunity to remove jurors.
If you're espousing positivities and people are calling you out on them, you can't just keep floating over it. So
Falsivities.
let's think about
Sir,
the
this is
strikes. Where are
on
you
the
getting this
news. It's
information
public
about the
information.
strikes?
Okay, I'm just gonna ask Gaga to speak to the strikes being used.
The prosecution used their last 3 strikes, according to the news, to strike the BLK people from the jury. Can you tell me how many BLK people the defense struck, Patrick? How many did they strike? And who were they supposed to strike? Who were they supposed to strike out of who was left?
If I remember correctly, it was 4 people.
No, I said how many BLK people did the defense strike?
I don't know.
Okay, and
They didn't use all their strikes.
Let's let Gaga finish, please. Please. Just
But
let's
if
let
you are
Gaga
asking me
finish,
if I
please.
think that his rights were violated because his jury did not contain any African Americans, unfortunately, that is not grounds for a retrial.
It absolutely is.
No, it is not.
Under federal law. But you've already proven you don't know everything like you're trying to front like you do. So I'm good.
Yes, I mean, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm just gonna say I want to get down to the point. See, you keep trying to highlight that there were no black jurors, which I do think is problematic considering the percentage of black people in Collin County, right? And then for them not to have even one, I do think that's problematic. The one thing that I do want to focus on is the reasoning those black jurors were struck. They were struck because they were educators. That is what was said. But yet they left 2 educators on the jury. From my understanding, there were 2. Some people say 1. Bottom line, there were educators left. Now, there were no, let me say this. There were no type of, I don't use the right word for this, but there was no, when they said no educators, there was no any details of giving a what kind of educator or, oh, you can only teach K through 12 or you can only teach this. Oh, you can't teach, you can stay if you could teach college or anything. There was nothing to make a difference of what kind of educator was accepted, right? The only
To my
thing
knowledge,
that
wasn't one of the educators that was on the panel a culinary educator?
Let me finish, Patrick. The reason that was given, those 3 black jurors were struck, was because they were educators. Now, again, I state, some people say 2 educators, some people say 1, but bottom line, there was educators a part of that jury. Now, you want to ask, was his rights violated? Was there something fishy about even jury selection? Yes, to me. And I don't even think it's just to me. I think that his legal team is going to eat that up. I think that they're going to definitely poke a hole in that and in several other things that will get him an appeal.
Well, I mean, let me ask a question. Like, so everybody says they should have had black jurors. First of all, were there black alternates? I can't remember. I don't know if that was.
No, there were not.
No,
Not
there weren't.
any.
Okay. I got you.
Let me clarify this, right? The problem is not that there were no black jurors. The problem is the reason that there were no black jurors, right? Had all the black jurors been struck for the same reason that one once was struck because he said he couldn't give him life, that's fine. But the problem is you say that there's not supposed to be educators on the jury, and then you allow educators on the jury who are white.
That is
Honest.
I was told that the educators were not school educators.
It does not matter because there was no specific criteria as to what they should or could not teach, right? They only said educators, and then they stuck all the black ones and left 2 white ones. So if you're going to say that that's not a problem, I have a word for you, and you're not going to like that word. But I wish y'all were as afraid of being and behaving like that word as y'all were of that word.
That is weird.
And if I may answer, I think that having a black juror would have let us know that when Carmelo said, "Touch me and see what happens," or as they described in opening statement, he says, "As long as you don't touch me, we're cool," then everybody would have known that that was a warning. And it would have took one black juror to explain to everybody that deliberated, hey, this wasn't a provocation, this wasn't a aggressor, this was a person saying, hey, I'm warning you not to do it. If you do it, these are the consequences where everybody's life getting ruined. I think a black juror was important.
Because what he actually said was, as long as you don't touch me, we cool. I don't know how you want anybody to break that down any further.
I mean, that's
As
not
long
what
as you
that's.
don't touch me, we cool.
That's
I
not
don't know
what-
if that's like it's supposed to be slang. Is that something from the new kids?
That's not.
I
what
mean,
was-
either way, it doesn't matter what was said. You can't
That-
provoke
well,
someone sitting down.
No, hold on. So that's not what was presented in court by either the defense or the prosecution. But anyways, let's
Actually, that's the way we found out about it was in court. So I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
like,
about.
hold on. That was absolutely how we found out that Carmelo technically did not say what these kids have been saying that he said all along. It was, as long as you don't touch me, we're cool.
Yeah, he even said, "You're the only one that has a problem with me sitting here." You know what I mean? But how do we just go once again? We go right for what Melo said, and not the fact that he was told, "If you don't move, I'll beat your ass." While someone was standing over him.
real quick because I don't want to forget this point. Ma'am, I just wanted to say, so when you say that they should have had 1 black juror, 2 black jurors, 3 black jurors, this side of the third, right? So they could tell them this side of the third, that what you're doing is you're basing that off of bias, and that's specific.
I am not basing anything off of bias. I'm saying language. Even though we live in this country together,
that's bias.
No. I'm not saying bias. Now we have biases, but language is different than biases. We speak to each other in a way.
Exactly.
So we understand what we're saying. When you say touch me and see what happens, as Hunter stated, or as long as you don't touch me, we cool, I can understand both means the same. That doesn't mean, because I have been on White Sheet Talk, nobody understands that. So that's what I'm saying. It's not biased language.
What I was trying to say.
Why would Hunter
is-
change the languages?
No, hold on. And I want to bring this up because Peach brought it up. I don't know if she saw. I remember she gave the example. I don't know if she saw the video, but I know I've been seeing people do videos just trying to give examples of what provocation is not, right? you know, you have people that, you know, the parents that say, I wish you would, or do it again. You know,
Yeah, or if you don't get down.
we've already heard that people are giving you these examples because there is sometimes a clear difference in households. If parents are saying that, does it, like I said, Peach brought this out. Are they really telling you to do it again? Or are they just saying, if you do it again, there are consequences, right? So, you know, and not only that, listen, these kids were on the stand saying that Carmelo provoked, but didn't even know what the word meant. One of the witnesses was on the stand and they didn't even know what it meant, which is absolutely ridiculous.
We still got grown ass people on this case right now that we're explaining provocation to. So I know that
No, we
we
don't
got
have to
60 to
explain
70-year-olds don't
provocation.
even like. I'm gonna have to explain provocation before the night's out. Watch.
But no,
Really
we know
quick-
them
really
damn well.
quick,
They
y'all, 'cause
bullshitting because they understand it. It's just that now they trying to, frame it to their
They're trying to
narrative.
reframe it so it don't fit.
Yeah, it's weird, but I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't care. I feel like self-defense was misapplied here, especially when you have a jury, like pretty much they were being encouraged the entire time to judge this situation based off hindsight, like we see people on TikTok. Literally, it was a fucking TikTok trial. Sorry for cursing, Kai, but yeah, they were judging it from hindsight rather than Carmelo's perspective at the time. So where you also, I like how Kai just mentioned the part where the kids were, saying things that they come on now, you're talking about high school students using legal conclusions. Like, hey, you can't use unaliving force to non-lethal force or some, it was weird as hell. Like, why are these kids talking like that? Like, so a lot, like they were literally inflaming the jurors' emotions and making these improper arguments. And just those two that I mentioned right there, I mean, that's where a conviction can be reversed. But we know that there were way more legal errors there than just
But
what I mentioned.
the burden is on the jury because at the end of the day, even if a kid was led to say Carmelo was the aggressor, come on. Listen, we have to understand aggressor means that you actually have to be having movement. Aggressor cannot be seated on his butt. And I don't care if you white, black, Hispanic, I don't care what community of the jury you are. You cannot be aggressing without leaving your seat unless someone said they seen Carmelo leaving their seat. None of the witnesses said that. No, none of the witnesses said they seen Carmelo poke. That's where I'm stuck. I don't even know who poked.
Hey, by the way, something just occurred to me. All throughout the arrest report, or all throughout the last year when we talked about the arrest report, how was the poker described? What color was the handle on the poker in the arrest report?
It was a black handle poker, wasn't it?
And what was shown to us was like almost like a camo colored. Yeah.
Amazon.
Oh, whoops. Oh, fucking whoops.
Damn, so the cops are blind too?
I got you. Good
Weren't they
pickup
saying
there.
it was a replica? Like, weren't they saying
Yeah.
it was the same one?
But no fingerprints.
Yeah. No fingerprints, no black handle.
He must have been wearing gloves.
He was OJ.
Man,
He
look,
was
there were,
OJ.
there
I
were
mean,
ton- there were tons of experts who watched the video several times. They analyzed it. You mean to tell me they didn't investigate those two people throwing shit away in the trash?
No.
But y'all, am I tripping, y'all? If it's
No,
at
you weren't-
least
you're not.
4 from what we seen, could not one of the 4 even see the poking happen? Why does not anyone see the poking happen?
Because nobody can tell you exactly what took place that day. Nobody.
Everybody
out
whipped
of
their
all
fucking
those
head
witness
around.
statements, out of all those testimonies,
So why?
you
How
can't
could
tell
a
me,
jury
you can't
convict?
recreate what happened to me. You can't explain that day to me at all. Even
That
with
means
all
there's
those people.
reasonable doubt. A jury cannot convict with reasonable doubt. Not on the M1.
And so that's why when this appeal goes through, a lot of heads gonna roll in Collins County.
Oh, and one more thing. I am relieved that we now know what, quote, talking reckless means. He started talking reckless.
Yeah.
It means you said my football team sucked. So that means I have to beat you up.
That is
That's
kinda
talking
reckless.
reckless
That
to that
is kinda
moron
reckless.
because he threatened cheerleaders and a Raising Cane's because they said the football
They
team
lost
sucked. And he was
because
ready to
they
beat up
suck.
women over it.
Yeah.
I wonder
lost
what
because they
Jeff was
suck.
saying
They
that was
moved to
so
the trash
reckless
cans
that he put
because
him
of
in the
that.
hospital.
Your
How
team
about
went that team went 1-9 this
Carmelo
season. Did
talking-
anybody know that? They went
Why
1-9.
was Carmelo talking reckless to a blank canvas? Why don't we hear what the responses were?
Exactly.
He probably do like the Austiniers do on here. Got up in his face, ninner. He probably did that shit.
Yeah,
That's where they got it
you're
from.
right,
They do
you're
that
right.
shit in memory of Austin.
That's probably what happened.
I don't think it's cool to make.
Oh, you don't think it's cool to make? Listen, bro. You can be as sensitive as you want to about that subject, but I tell you what, you need to go out and you need to tell these people, like you know who, you be on their panels with pictures of Carmelo and lipstick, and you go tell them that shit is not cool. Don't come over here telling us about that watermelon food. Since they want to be the watermelon felon, now he gets to be under the
You
watermelon.
just assumed everything that just came out your mouth just right now. You just assumed that I was going to say.
I don't listen, man. It wasn't an assumption. I was saying, if you are that person, go over to listen. You can have sympathy if you want.
No,
I know.
I've never seen a panel like that.
What
I've never
were
seen.
you gonna
I've
say?
never seen it. I've never seen a panel like that. That's
Think
weird.
a panel like what?
What Wade was talking about, like Carmelo wearing lipstick or something like that.
How long have you been on this case?
Well, I mean, I started on it when it happened, and then everybody, myself included, kind of dropped off. And
That's
then,
funny because we've all been here.
You
So don't
are
say
not
everybody.
dropped off.
For you.
Okay, all right, all
Everybody
right.
did not
If
drop
the
off.
shoe,
to be respectful
doesn't
then,
fit,
Ron.
then don't wear it then.
No,
Damn.
don't say
He said everybody dropped off.
Just say
And
you dropped off because
you got
yeah. Just say you
Yeah, I
dropped
did.
off.
Guess what? I go to work. All right, I'm not following the case for a whole
He
damn
can't
year.
multitask, guys. He can't multitask. I understand. You can't walk and chew gum. Go ahead.
You don't know how to
Hey, this man was not being disrespectful to any of you guys, okay?
And there's no
He's
way
being
you're the
disrespectful
only
to Carmelo
Case
Anthony.
because
So I
there
don't
was
care,
downtime
Patrick.
for a year.
Control your little sensitive feelings, Patrick. We're okay.
You're the one that's been raising your voice, and you seem a lot older than me, so you have some more maturing.
Yeah,
than
because
me.
I'm tired of dumb people like you, and I'm not saying dumb derogatorily. It's an observation.
Again, you got more maturing to do than me, bud.
You got more mature. Tell me that when your testicles drop.
Yeah, when did that happen to you? 60 years ago?
They dropped and hit your mom's chin just last night.
Miss Kai.
Booyah.
Miss Kai, can I say something, you guys, real quick, if you guys don't mind?
Let Queen go.
Okay. So being an activist, because a lot of times, a lot of people have a lot to say, but they don't understand a lot about activism. There was a case here in Louisiana, and me and a friend of mine was supporting a mayor at the time that is, matter of fact, the parish is Jackson Parish, which is a very racist parish in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And he was the mayor of Jonesboro, the only Black mayor. And we were going to his trial every day. They tried to get him for malfeasance in office. And he had an all-white jury, And they convicted him for malfeasance in office. But he got out. He had to go to jail the whole 9 yards. But when he got out, he wound up becoming the mayor again. So when we say that the race of people who sit on those juries don't matter, it matters a lot.
It really does.
A lot. It matters a lot because they're already biased. Okay? Especially when you talk about these small racist towns across Mississippi, Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas. It matters.
It does.
It
And
matters a
then
lot.
what space is concerned, if you are registered, then where are you staying at? Like, what side are you on?
What you mean?
It's not cool to
Yeah.
just be, one-sided about certain situations. You need to understand that if we weren't riding for Carmelo, we could be riding for you.
Well, I'm not really sure what you mean. I just think he did something
You
wrong. I
just,
think,
you cosplaying. That,
Yeah,
never
he
mind.
didn't do
Never
anything
mind.
wrong. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
never
And
mind.
I
well,
really hate that
I think
people
he,
say that
I think he just made
because
a heat of the moment mistake, is
they're
what I
not.
should have said.
No,
it's
protecting
not a
yourself is
mistake,
never a
bro.
mistake.
I mean,
Self-defense
you're
isn't a
never a
mistake.
All right,
mistake.
we're not gonna
Only
get back
mistakes
onto
were made
that
by
'cause
Austin
we
and
need to get
Hunter. Those were the mistakes.
Yeah.
Talk about what they did for a minute.
When
Do me a
Austin
favor.
and Hunter mistook Carmelo for a sucker, that was a mistake.
Dexter, get the fuck
No,
out.
when they
Kai,
thought
my cat's
they're a
mean.
Hold on.
double
Can I ask the
dare.
host a question? Can I ask the host a question for a second, please? Kai, can you give Space like 2 minutes and he can tell us what the Metcalfs could have done differently?
Yeah,
How they could have gone and gotten a coach. Can you do that? Can he do that?
Hey,
Can
bro,
do that
you
for
want
2
to ask
minutes
the
and
question?
not say Carmelo
I'll
in?
give
What?
him-
Do
I'll
you
give
want
him,
the answer?
uh,
Do you want to keep
I'll
Yeah,
give him
asking?
2
without saying
minutes.
Carmelo's name. That
You
was
got 2
weird.
minutes, sir.
All
Everybody
right.
go on mute.
All right. So first of all, quit asking me the question if you don't want the answer. And second of all, I can land this in 15 seconds. They
Please.
shouldn't have done what they did either. This whole thing could have been avoided. And I land my plane.
Thank you.
Okay,
That's
but
it. Damn.
Yeah, that's
That's
all.
your-
'Cause that's
that's
all.
your
Everything's
finale,
great except
that's
for the
your
word
final
either,
thought.
All
because
those
there was
crimes
nothing wrong
that
with what
took
Carmelo
place, and
did.
that's 15 seconds.
No,
That was
I
10.
don't like that, right? Because when it comes to Carmelo, y'all like to go into specifics. Why didn't you go into specifics? What did they do?
They shouldn't have even asked him to leave. All right, if you want me to go into specifics, right? They shouldn't have even asked him to leave, right? They shouldn't ask him to leave. They shouldn't have put hands on him, right? I don't even know if they really should have been there in the first place, to be honest with you.
They weren't.
Okay,
They weren't
so those
supposed to
are
be
my
there. They were
specifics.
suspended from the track team.
Yeah.
So do you pretty much believe that, like, if you attempt to, like, forcefully remove someone, take their belongings, stand over them, make terroristic threats, I mean, then you're creating the confrontation, the threat itself, right? Before a
Yes,
poker
that's-
is even present.
Yes, that's what I just said. I
Okay, so
said
crimes, so criminals. Criminals pretty much.
They shouldn't have been. They
So
shouldn't have did what they
you can't
did.
defend yourself against criminals?
I don't think he was. It was justified in the. I don't think he meant to do
It
what
wouldn't.
he
It
did.
wouldn't
Do you
matter if
think,
he meant
do
to
you
do
think
it. Did
Austin
he
meant to
defend himself?
unalive?
Did he defend himself? Is the bottom line.
You just don't like the way
no.
he did it. It's not convenient for you.
Wait, I want to ask Spec and Patrick because Spec, I already know you cosplaying, but I want to ask Patrick. Do you think that it is reasonable for somebody to be poked 2 inches and lose breath?
Can you say that one more time,
Repeat what
please?
you said, please.
Is it reasonable for
No, can you-
somebody
Yeah.
to be poked within 2 inches and lose breath or the light of life?
Ketchup.
If it goes into their heart, I don't think it's reasonable. I think it's a matter of science that it'll
Can
absolutely
2
happen.
inches go into your
It's
heart?
biology, not science, champ.
That's what I'm saying. At 220 pounds,
But biology
can 2
is
inches
science, dude.
penetrate a
What
heart?
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm done.
The breastbone.
Man, I grew up
at least 2
hunting. I will
inches.
tell you right now, I could carve a bear's guts out with a 2-inch blade.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
a
that's
breast-
because
a
you're a violent
breastbone
person.
is
You're
at
a
least 2
like you're a
inches.
savagery. You're into that shit. Carmelo isn't.
Oh, I'm not. Let's go.
Crazy.
No, he is because that's what Austin was taught. But I'm trying to figure out how in the hell
Right now, what
is
you're
2
doing
inches
is deterring
is
reality. and
gonna
that is
just
not,
take you out.
That's not okay in this case.
I can tell you that he's never done anything like that to any animal because he knows 2 inches wouldn't do it for a bear.
Oh, he
Oh,
would,
but
but
he does it
I'll
for
be
his wife.
interested to know
It does
how the
it for his
hell
wife. It does it for his
Austin
wife.
would
Yeah,
know
you
how
knew
to
that
do
was coming.
Does it really?
We really
know.
back
I
on
don't know why
the
we
case that
attacked
he,
the
are you
people.
trying to claim that he didn't poke him? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I'm saying you've
trying
never
to
done that to a
ask
bear
you-
with a 2-inch blade.
I'm trying to ask you, is it logically possible for 2 inches to penetrate and disable to a fact that you with Jesus?
It was 3 inches in between. The
No, it
fork and
wasn't. It was a 3-inch
I'm
blade.
pretty sure they
Hold
said
on, hold on.
3.
Per the forensic.
It's 3.5 inch blade and it went in 2.5 inches.
Okay, so 2.5 inches. per that assessment, what I'm asking you is, do you think it's logical that somebody could meet Jesus at the moment that you get 2.5 inches with a 2-point-inch breast blade?
If you
I
puncture a
don't know if
vein
we
or
should ask the
vessel and you
question in
lose a
that
large amount
format,
of blood,
'cause
absolutely.
2.5
You can,
inches.
that
is
can
fine.
happen
if you
get
go in
punched in the
between
leg.
the
There's
fourth
an
and fifth
there's a
rib, then
massive
yes.
artery right there that'll cause you to lose so much blood within a minute that you'll be unalived.
That's
instantly.
interesting because Carmelo Anthony didn't have a drop of ketchup on him at all from Austin. So how's that possible? If he poked
Okay,
that
that's
major
a lie.
artery,
It
it
was
would have
literally
ruptured
on
like a
his
paint
hand.
can because I've seen that.
He would have
It
ruptured
was
like a
on his
paint can.
hands.
Is
It's in the
insane.
body cam footage, and I'm done listening to you, sir. You're
Are
uneducated.
you? Come on now. You can't get
don't
up
call
here
him-
and
don't
not be.
call him
You can't be
It was
antisocial.
literally in the
Right,
body
'cause he
cam
can't answer
footage.
that.
It was literally in the body cam footage. His blood was on his hands.
Are you
No,
upset,
no.
sir?
He had a little slice on his finger. He didn't have any ketchup anywhere. And say ketchup, you
It was
fucking
on his
inbred
hands.
moron.
It was on his hands.
Inches, your breast is 2 inches.
How do we
Hey,
have a
hey,
three
Trump
tennis ball
Daddy.
walker and we're
Trump
yelling
Daddy.
at
Either
two
way, this trial is like literally it doesn't focus on biology
All
whatsoever.
right, let's go back to the trial.
There's that.
Now,
All right.
in the
So
trial.
let's
No,
get
let's
some
go
By
back
the
to
way,
the
guys,
trial.
it would be. By the way, guys,
So
it would be.
wait, Space Cadet. I don't know if you understand when I say hold up. I mean hold up. I will everybody to hold up. When me or one of the other moderators say hold up, we want everybody to hold up. I want to give a shout out to the chat because they've been tapping along. We got a 10K increase over the last 5-10 minutes, so we appreciate that from the chat. Trump Daddy says that might have been the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Biology is not science. What? Yeah. We're not talking about biology. We're talking about whether or not self-defense is a crime, right? So if self-defense is a crime, I just need to know what states do I not need to go into, because I'm going to defend myself any and everywhere I go. And I want you guys to defend yourself any and everywhere you go.
I'm not saying you don't have a
Patrick, I'm
right to
gonna
defend
rotate you
yourself,
out
but you have to
because-
defend yourself with the equal force.
No, I don't have to. That's
No,
not even what
that's
that
not true.
means. That's
I think you
absolutely
should-
not
I
what
don't
that
think
means.
you
I
You
want
guys
to
are
ask.
sad.
Kai, can I ask
I
Royal a
don't-
question?
I don't think
I want to ask
Royal,
one
please.
I am speaking.
Hold on, y'all. Okay.
I don't
Doc-
think you should rotate him out because he's, one of them. I think you should probably rotate one of us out. So it's
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Gaga has a question for
Gaga has a
I
question.
can go.
All right. Just hop back in the queue, my love.
I want to ask one.
Okay, so Royal, I want to ask
Oh,
you a
no,
question. If I shove you and you shove me, is that equal force?
No.
Well, it is,
It would-
scientifically
it would-
speaking.
It would be.
If I punch you and you punch me, is that equal force?
No. No, I'm just.
I mean,
Is
other
I'm
than I
bigger
hit way
than you,
harder
or
than
you
you do,
bigger than
Royal,
me?
we know that, but
It
but is that
depends.
equal force?
It depends. Are y'all the same height? Are y'all the same size?
Sure. Let's say we're the same height, same skill, same weight, same muscle structure. He hits me, I hit him. Is that equal force?
Yeah.
Okay. If I unalive Royal and wait, how does he unalive me?
I see what you did there. You have to come back from the dead and then do it.
And what you don't understand
You have to
is the
come back from
proportional.
another
Hold on,
unalive.
let me land my plane real quick. What you don't understand is proportional force means the proportional to stop the attack. It doesn't mean I shove you, you shove me. It means you shove me and I palm strike you in the throat, and you drop to your knees because you've got the damaged larynx now.
And see, they come up on panels and they say, no, you must use equal force. Like you can't unalive someone because they push you. If someone pushes you, you must only push them back. That's what the law says.
Yeah.
That ain't what the law says.
Yeah, let me.
That's all. Now Patrick can carry on.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh, yeah, Lou did touch on that earlier too. To go along with what Gaga is saying, she touched on that about it doesn't have to be equal force. It needs to be amount of force to stop. To stop the force.
Eliminate the threat, pretty much.
All right. Wait, we got lawyer Bay up here.
Can I ask?
No, wait. No, we're going to introduce Lawyer Bay and then we're going to open the panel back up. Hold on. So, yeah, Lawyer Bay. Please, how do you feel about Carmelo Anthony's new legal team?
I love his new legal team. I think that he should have had a justice-minded team of attorneys who were essentially what you might say like movement attorneys from the jump. It's completely self-defense, and the statute does not mention proportionate, does not mention equal. What it says is the to the extent and degree that he reasonably believes is necessary. The proportional part is not to an actual act. It has to be proportionate to the perceived threat. Perceived threat. That's he has to believe that that was necessary, and it has to be reasonable based on his point of view at all the things that he knew at the moment he chose to act. And I was, it's a shove, it's a push. That's not the way. That's not the way that works. You
Hey,
have
Lawyer
multiple-
Babe, with my bad.
Sorry,
With that being said,
Hold on, are you done? Let her land a plane.
okay, my bad.
No, Rural knows. I think my point. You have to consider all the things: multiple assailants, the size difference, the bleachers, the rain, the shoulder injury, the epilepsy. Even in my opinion, the racism in America. I don't know if some panels want to go there, some won't, but there are so many things to be considered here. But even aside from whether or not it's proportionate, if you cannot even nail down a chain of events, you cannot meet the fucking burden. Point blank, period. There's a whole host of other stuff, but I'll let my plan there.
I was just gonna ask one thing because I've been trying to get it
Go
out.
ahead, Space Cadet. Say
Yeah,
your one thing.
yeah, I got you. So look, so
That's a crazy.
I'm not gonna hold you. So they it's from the song, from the Gunna song, but so they were telling them to leave this.
Surprised you listen to Gunna, by the way. I'm definitely not
anyways,
surprised at that.
anyways, but they were telling him to leave about 15 times. He didn't leave, and guess what? After he unfortunately did what he did, what's the first thing that he did?
Shut up, Space.
He left.
Listen,
And I land my
I
plane.
want you to think of this
What?
logically with me.
He was being
Just think-
straight.
wait.
I love that point.
Just think of this
Hey, you're my
logically
new
with me,
favorite
right?
person up here.
So in those 30, 45 seconds or a minute and a half that this whole thing transpired, they managed to tell him 15 times he needed to leave. They managed to get into a verbal back and forth with him. And they managed to fight him all within a minute. Like, bro, are you being serious? You saying that somebody stopped and said you need to leave 15 times while having an argument simultaneously while being attacked? Like, are you serious, bro?
That's what you that's what you
No,
guys
that's
said.
what you just said. That's what you're saying.
I don't even know if it was 15 times. That's what you guys have been saying.
that's what it was testified to.
Literally
That's
what
what
was
you
testified
just
to.
said
Yeah.
there, bro. You're not gonna
so he got told to leave. Listen, I'm gonna
Who
say it again.
cares?
I'm gonna say
That
it
means they
again.
harassed him at least 15 times.
Yeah, he got told to leave 15 times.
So what?
And
No one
then
was
he
gonna coach him.
and then
One of
he
those
did what he
15 times.
did,
Nobody
and
was
then the
gonna
first thing that he did is he left.
Who gives a shit if somebody told him?
As
to
soon as
leave?
he could, he left. Until then, he was surrounded and being jumped. As soon as he could leave, he left.
So
you wanted him to stay there and stand over
Space,
Austin?
you
like
gotta be
Austin stood
trolling,
over
but-
him?
He is trolling. He's absolutely
No,
trolling.
I'm not trolling. I mean, that
You're
is
from
the first
Ohio.
thing.
You're not from St. Louis,
I'm not.
bro.
I'm from
You're
St.
not
Louis.
he was
I'm
supposed
a, I'm
to
a
poke
Buck.
him.
No, I'm a Buckeyes
He's
fan.
not,
I'm
because
not
this is what
from
you're saying.
Ohio.
He was supposed to poke him.
I'm not
and then
from Ohio. It
stand
says
over
I'm
his
from
body.
St. Louis in my bio, bro.
So he was supposed to poke him and stand over his body. I mean, Austin stood over his body when he was sitting down. So
Space-
once Melo
Well,
poked
shit,
him,
he didn't
should've
want to leave
stood
in the
over
first
him
Space, why
and
does it
just
matter
stayed
who
there.
told
He had no
him?
reason
What
to
does that
leave.
have to do with anything?
He shouldn't have been told to leave. I'm not.
And that's the
Why?
thing. Hold on a
Why
second.
does that matter?
We
Who has
know
the right to
now.
tell him to leave?
I'm sorry, lawyer. Go ahead.
You said what?
Space.
What'd you say?
Who? Why does it matter that they told him to leave?
What? So what you guys were?
No.
Why does
Why
it
can't
matter?
any of you guys
No,
ever
no,
answer
no.
a question?
All right,
If I go outside right now.
all right. You want
Oh
the
my
answer to the
God.
question? Or you want to keep asking
No,
the
that's why
question?
she asked it. She wanted the answer to the question, champ.
I
Shouldn't
said
ask
he,
that.
he
Your
should.
awareness
He,
right there. You got
he
your
should-
awareness that was on 98.
Good Lord. He should not have, or I'm sorry, he should not have been told to leave in the first place. Right? That never should have happened. Right, one event.
Okay, so that it happened. All right, so we're out of fantasy land, and, it did happen. Now what?
And then guess what? He left.
No. What happened? Now that we're out of fantasy
Austin
land,
left.
what happened?
He did.
Carmelo stuck around. Austin left.
He took the quick way out.
Why did
That's weird. But
The
anyway,
lower room.
why is anybody bringing up? And this is to you. This is obviously rhetorical to the alleged witnesses. Why does anybody bring up? We asked him to leave. Why didn't he listen?
Because he should have left when they asked him, sweetheart.
No, I know. I want them to listen. Bring it full circle.
Yeah,
he should have left.
Lawyer
What?
left. All right, guys, can I ask you a question real quick? Maybe because you seem like you're up on your legal stuff, but let me ask you, between the first time and the alleged 10 to 15th time that Hunter or Austin was demanding that
You
this kid get
guys
out from
said
under-
that, bro.
Hey, no, it was testified to. I've already
Hey,
explained
shut
that
your
to you, man.
fucking old
It
ass
was
up.
on
I
court.
know
It was
you
in
know.
court.
Okay, there
That he
we
said
go.
it 10 to
Well,
15
listen.
times.
Come on
It's
now,
not you
y'all.
guys.
You could have a heart
Now,
attack,
shut
old
the
man. You
fuck
need to
up
calm
while I'm
down.
talking to her.
Somebody press his life alert button before he
Why?
fucking rolls up.
Let your testes drop like Patrick and shut the fuck up. Now, lawyer, what I was going to ask
Why
you
you
is,
worried- why
in
you
between
worried
the
about two
1
men's
to 15
testicles?
times that he supposedly said leave, what did any of the coaches say when Hunter or Austin went to get a coach? What did they say between 1 and 15 times telling this kid to leave? What was the coach's response when any one of those 4 kids went to a coach and said, can you make this kid get away from the wrong lunch counter or the wrong end of the bus or the wrong drinking fountain? Can you tell me what the coach
The wrong
said that
drinking
the Metcalfs went and got?
You
What did the
want to
coach
keep
say?
yelling?
If I recall, they didn't go get a coach.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go.
But hold on.
Thank you, lawyer.
But in the incident report, there are 4 coaches listed as witnesses. 2 that heard the confession and 2 that saw the incident.
Oh no.
What? No shit. Wow.
This motherfucking CPAP is.
Oh, no.
Can somebody drop me
I borrow your mom's CPAP.
All right, got you, Lil. Are you coming back?
So that means he still use CPAP, my boy. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's your mom's. It's your mom's.
you lost the fucking.
That's my polite way of saying she blows
Man,
me.
this is what
Okay, all right. Now we're not going to
happens when the bingo club gets left.
Wait, Space
Can I
Cadet.
have another turn at speaking? I've been in a while.
Hey, listen, Patrick.
Sorry, didn't mean to wake you up. Patrick.
Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. There will be no mom talk, okay? We're not gonna put moms between the washers and the dryers tonight.
That's fair. I don't have a mom anyway. Me and my dad use spaces.
Oh no.
But I will swipe the 4th tennis ball off of your rocker if you stop.
Golly, Space Cadet.
Oh
man,
man,
you
you know
gotta
what?
relax.
You know what? I'm gonna mute really quick. I'm gonna take Kai. I still want to be on the panel though. I'm just taking a quick little minute break or whatever.
Nap.
He ain't had his Wednesday pills
'Cause I
yet.
made-
That's why he mad.
Yeah,
Hey,
I made a a little picture of the blue ras Austin pack. It's pretty good.
Oh
Blue
man,
ra-
not the
blue
blue
raspberry
raspberry
is the best
Austin
one.
pack.
Oh, the Austin
Oh,
Pop
that's not
Rocks are
nice.
Blue
amazing.
raspberry Austin pack.
That's not nice, y'all.
You got multiple flavors, but
Oh, they got
blue
multiple
raspberry
flavors?
ice, blue raspberry with
You
ice.
gotta
oh
do
my
better
God.
than this. Space Cadet, look, you're getting one
Make
more
a brown
chance.
sugar and oat.
Wait,
make a brown
Space Cadet, I need you to hear me out, bro. You're getting one more chance to stay up here, right? Because if you violate again, I'm gonna drop you. That means if you see how you coming off of mute after I mute you.
I'm not saying that.
All right, see, you think shit is sweet, bro. That's what I keep
Wait
telling
a minute.
you.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you think shit is sweet. I can get somebody else up here that can act
Come
way
on.
better and actually have their shit together and not interrupt and be a good op. But you suck as an op right now.
Oh, come on.
Suck. You suck as an op. You suck as an op like Austin sucked at being a bully.
Okay, let me clarify this, right? There was no teacher that asked Carmelo to leave the tent. I don't understand where y'all are getting this lie from, but you need to put it back. He was
To the
not
side.
asked to leave by a teacher. He was not. Because if he was, he would have left. Just like he left when the teacher asked him not to get out of the dugout. I think that's what y'all are talking about, but y'all have this cognitive dissonance thing, so y'all are fucking shit up and I'm sorry. I understand that some people's understanding is not that great. So let me explain it to you. Carmelo was not asked to leave by a teacher. The female athletic trainer that you are talking about, her name is Tiffany Whitaker, and she testified to having a minor interaction with Carmelo after the poking. So no, I need y'all to read and actually start to comprehend things.
I wish people could get arrested for misinformation, like even the ones who make clickbait on the internet, because that's what gets to these people's heads. They see it and they're like, "Oh, they just discovered fire. Let me go on Kai's panel and
Hey, let me tell
tell everyone what I learned
took
today."
these 2 sticks and rubbed them together and discovered fire today.
Like what the
Royal, to what
Coach Hooper was the coach that Carmelo ran to after again, Carmelo only interacted with these people after the poking occurred. Not once did either of them ask him to leave or vacate any premise.
This guy I was arguing with today, he said that the one in the yellow raincoat was one of the coaches that told Carmelo to move.
That's not true.
No, that was EP's sister.
Thank
Kit,
you.
who they said who stated.
Show
They're
me your
making
proof.
up
Show
shit
me your
now. They're
proof.
going back to
was like,
the old
what?
function of just making shit up now.
It is sad, bro.
Yeah. Patrick, I know you're not with the agenda of misinformation, so give me some information that you think is pertinent to this case.
Yeah.
He believes he
I
had a
think
fair
this
trial.
entire thing would
Mhm.
have been avoided if
You sound like you're underwater. Can you please use your
And we're
microphone?
we're understanding that you think that things could have been avoided, but things weren't avoided, and now we're at the end of a trial and at the
Yeah.
beginning of an appeal. Can you catch us
So-
up to where we're at now?
you got to understand when it comes to the self-defense case, all right? And I'm also going to ask not to be interrupted by
Oh yeah, we can arrange that. We can
Well, I
arrange
was
that.
only interrupting you
Oh
because
no,
we
I
could
wasn't
not
talking to you.
hear
Don't worry, I
you.
wasn't talking to you, Leah.
Yeah,
I know
we
you.
can-
It's okay.
We'll give you a minute to run this down. Everybody go on
Yeah.
mute.
Well, Carmelo
So,
didn't want to be
unfortunately,
interrupted on April
when,
2nd, 2025 too, but okay.
When we go into the self-defense case, the first thing that the prosecution is going to open up to the jury is, hey, how did we end up in this case where Carmelo was in a need to defend himself? Could he, and that's going to come down to what options did he have that could have taken him out of this situation? Since he did not use or utilize any of those options, I just feel it's going to be impossible for him to get a retrial because since of how easily avoidable this was. I think you get my point. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I just got off work. So, but I think everyone gets something.
Okay, I got a question for you. So, you said that Carmelo received a fair trial, right?
I don't think any trial is fair. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't think any trial is fair. Every trial has a bit of bias in it. So yeah, I won't say he had 110% fair trial. If you want me to admit that.
Okay, cool. So the 35 years, you think that's,
I think that's reasonable for someone dying. Yes, or being.
okay.
unalive.
Do you think it's reasonable, like when it comes to like a jury of his peers, right? Do you believe America has acism still?
I do not want to dig into that too much.
No, it's just a simple question.
So I'm going to start.
No,
with
it's
this.
a simple question. I
One,
swear to God.
Carmelo only has to serve 17 years. You understand that?
No,
right?
no.
Before
But can
he's
you answer my
eligible for parole.
question? Because I'm trying to
he's
get
not going to
somewhere
serve
with
any of
you.
that.
I'm trying to like get somewhere with you. Do you believe that there's acism in America? Yes or
Sure.
no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Can't say no.
Do
You're
you
right.
believe that it exists in Texas? I mean, obviously it's in America, right? Okay. So do you believe that it's fair for Carmelo to receive a trial in the same county that the incident took place in?
But that's how trials work. They don't really move. It's the arrest, because here's the thing, okay? One, the arresting police department. Let's say we were to move this trial to California. That would mean that they would have to move
I said county.
Texas-based cops to
No.
California.
It wouldn't
Or
be
where-
realistic.
where
It
would
would
you
move.
want it,
Stop,
out of
because you're
curiosity?
going off on a dumb premise. It would not be moved to
Right.
California. It would be
Understand.
moved to another county in Texas.
Right,
It wouldn't
that's
leave
what-
Texas in your fantasy world. Try and keep it to reality, please.
Damn, you went all the way to the Pacific.
And do let me know.
I didn't know we
Benjamin.
were talking about Texas still, but counties are counties, all right? Transporting
I said-
evidence,
I said-
transporting
Hold on,
witnesses.
hold on. Okay. So you realistically, the more logical thought would have been to just they're talking about switching counties within the same state. They weren't talking about moving this case all the way to a new state.
Yeah, we weren't talking about, a trial in Baton Rouge, you know?
Okay, just out of
Just saying,
curiosity, which county
Texas,
would you
somewhere else.
want it in? Because I don't think Frisco is known to be a racist town.
It is, and Dallas would have been a better county.
Hold on.
Okay, Dallas is way more
You
racist.
say you live in El Paso, right?
I'm from El Paso.
You're from El Paso, right? Okay. So I won't call Frisco a sundown town, but will I say that Frisco has a lot of, or Collin County has a lot of racism? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
I mean, you could say that about every county in Texas. Dallas, Houston, Fort
Patrick,
Worth.
can I ask you, are you a YT man?
Hmm?
Are you a YT
Yes.
man? Yes. Would you agree that your experience as a YT man and a 17-year-old BLK boy is going to be completely different?
Where I grew up, I'm gonna say this right now. No. And that I'm gonna say
Hold
how
on.
I feel
Doesn't
about this
matter,
case.
huh?
and
I say,
I wanna make-
okay, in America, let's not go off of anecdotal experiences for yourself. Let's go in America. Would you say, I'm not sure if that was you, but I'm assuming are you in your 40s, 50s? I don't know.
I don't want to share my age, but
You don't have to. Just give me a range. I'm trying to see what
late 20s.
I'm sorry, say it
He
again.
doesn't want to
Late
be
20s.
profiled. That's the reason why.
Listen, hold on. Bottom line is listen, you don't sound like you're 20, right? You sound like you got some age on you. And you can't sit on this panel and tell me you, as an older white gentleman, right, versus a young BLK boy, have anything close to the same experience in America. And I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about men maybe in the same category as you. The experience is going to be completely different. So I don't think when you say, when you speak on racism, it's going to be different, because his experience is going to be completely different from what you think it is. Because all you have to go off of is assumptions. Maybe you've seen a few things here in America. And to be honest with you, I think you're not even being honest, because you are a white male. I have friends that have come back and told me the jokes that are told at their dinner table on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yep.
Okay. So
If you are a white man, you've experienced or heard the things that your counterparts say. You know that it exists and that it's a possibility that this kid was not going to get a fair trial because he's young, he's Black, and he's in Collin County.
okay.
And a jury
to
like
follow up on what
that with high levels of racism, a jury like that definitely
Okay, I wanna
poses
take this-
risk to
Let Patrick
a black
respond,
male.
Royal. Just let
Or
Patrick.
anyone
Okay,
for that
so
matter.
first I'm just going to start off by saying, lawyer, I did not insult you. I would appreciate it if you can repay the same respect. I don't appreciate what you're saying about me in the chat. I've been nothing but respectful up here.
How did I insult
Get
you?
out your
How did
feelings.
I
Let's keep it
insult you?
going. Let's respond to
Don't
let's
be
So,
keep it on the
second,
panel.
okay.
Don't be deflecting.
Carmelo, don't get me wrong. All right. Frisco is not a racist town. Okay. I'm not saying, hang on. I am not saying that a racist guy does not live in Frisco. Okay. Carmelo lived a very good life. All right. And also another thing to add on to this, I am not. Okay.
How
I
do
don't
you know
even want to
Frisco's
say I'm not usually
racist?
on
How
this
do you know?
side.
How
but I
do
have,
you,
this
a
is,
white man, know that Frisco isn't racist?
if you're asking if we have blatant racism, then the
I
answer
went
is
to
no.
school in Frisco too.
But you
So I'm
went
gonna
to school in
add that. I
Frisco.
won't tell you where, but I did.
So just out of curiosity, do you know where Carmelo grew up?
Georgia.
I knew it. That's why I said it, bro. That's why I
What does
said
that
it.
have to do with his experience in Frisco?
It doesn't sound like he lived a underprivileged life to me.
That has nothing to do with whether or not he got a
lived in
fair
nice
trial.
house. He had a 3.8
Let me
GPA,
ask you a
captain of the
question.
football team.
It has nothing to y'all let me know.
And he earned all of it. You guys were the ones that went on a 10-minute rant about race. Race has nothing to do with my
Patrick,
my
I'm
life.
just being
Okay.
realistic in this. Listen.
Uh-huh.
All I'm saying is we're I'm not even talking about what happened, right? I'm not even talking about what happened at that track meet at this point. I'm talking about, is it possible that he did not receive a fair trial, right? Because he's a young BLK boy, right? And you as a YT, to me, as an older man, I'm not saying you're elder, but I'm saying you compared to him, yes. You know darn well, I just feel like you're not being honest. Like that there's a huge possibility that he didn't receive a fair trial because he's a young Black boy. You can't tell me that a young Black boy on trial versus even a young YT male boy, whatever, it's always gonna be equal. You can't tell me there's that chance, there's not that chance, that a high chance at that the Black boy is gonna experience a higher sentence when, or just the fact that he was charged on M and not man. I don't know if I can even say that on
Criminal
here.
neg. Yeah.
You know what? And I see your point. Let me ask you something though. Okay. Do you think that Carmelo's supporters sitting outside the courthouse screaming stuff influence people that drop? No, answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. Come on.
You can't listen, bro. This isn't your panel. You can't make anybody.
Do you think that made a good image for Carmelo?
Yeah, it's called support of the community. Why is that a problem for you? You're starting to sound like a hit dog hollering.
Was that Jake Lane being out there? Was that a good representation? Actually, you know what? That's not even a good question because actually that is a great representation.
Absolutely. You're right, Kai.
He was the last one out there.
We gotta back up a little bit.
I almost missed it, but I caught it at the end.
Can I jump in real quick? Because we have to go back way before. As soon as this happened, Carmelo got $1 million bond. He was in custody for 12 days. Right now, there's a man who literally, with his own hands, strangled his pregnant wife to unaliving in their home, and he's got the same bond. But when we see his bond reduced to $250,000 with an ankle bracelet, we see the judge, a Black woman judge, threatened and doxxed to the point that she retired from her judgeship and went back to private practice. We see the FBI get involved. We see Carmelo and them have to relocate. And we see a white nationalist rally out front of the courthouse, literally talking about protect white lives. And then we see we see the Batson challenges. Actually, hold on, we refuse to change of venue, right? So no change of venue. Then we have all the jurors struck with 3 Batson challenges, yet there's a white educator, and he left.
Yeah, don't forget the refusal to recuse.
Oh,
right.
man.
But then literally Batson challenges, and then we white, it was certainly completely non-fucking Black.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Hold on, wait. We got he came back. We got Goody and we got Patrick. Hold on one second.
There's an all-white jury. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah,
about
no, I
that.
agree with you, but that just could counteract their potential argument. But pretrial publicity alone can be a Sixth Amendment violation, denying a defendant a fair trial. Then you have 14th Amendment violations with the jury, and I can't wait until they get their hands on.
Hey, lawyer babe, real quick. That guy that father who unalived his daughter, and what's over an argument about Trump, right? He had a pew. What state was that in?
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Texas.
Oh, yeah, Texas. What happened to him?
I imagine he's at home probably having a Marlboro fucking River now.
So all lives
They didn't
don't
even get
matter.
indicted.
And when a life is lost, somebody has to pay, doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, and I wanted to go back to, we kind of got pretty far from where his original little comment started about, they want to talk about like how he got in this situation to defend himself. That's not at all the way that goes, okay? Existing while Black is not a crime. He had the legal right to be where he was. He was not committing any crime, as a matter of fact, and he had no duty to retreat, point blank, period. So how he
I did
got
not
to where he had to
say
defend
he
himself
couldn't be there 'cause
was
he
a
was
bunch
Black.
of asshole ass teens who
No, the
thought that they
Metcalf
could.
said
So,
that,
so hold on.
Patrick.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were, but
Okay.
what were we gonna say?
I was just responding. He said that, what did you say, Patrick?
I said I did not, again.
You said
for
it
the
wasn't,
fifth
you
time,
didn't say it was
there's
about
no
race. And
opinion
I
of
said
mine
Jeff
that is based
Metcalf
on
made
race
sure it
in
was
this
all
case.
about that. Jeff Metcalf and his father made sure it was all about race. And Jeff Metcalf continues to make sure it's all about race.
Well,
So you
even
don't have to do
larger
that, Patrick.
society
He
in
did it for you.
general.
Well,
After
listen,
Carmelo raised,
anything
after Carmelo
race-related
raised
that's
some
said in this
defense
case,
funds,
I
right?
am
And
ignoring
hold on,
because this
Patrick.
is
In the
not a
immediate
race
days
case
after
to
his
me. This
arrest,
is a
Carmelo
murder
raised
trial.
some money, right, for his defense. Do y'all know that a white woman blonded that? You know, I'm sure, Royal, you know how I feel about blonde bitches.
Me
Called
too.
a baby a racial slur on a playground, and then white people gave her nearly $1 million and made sure that they put in the notes that it was because of Carmelo.
Yeah. And then on top of that,
This is
nobody
America.
had any problem with that.
Mm.
Nobody saw the
That's what I'm
hypocrisy
saying.
in
Hold
that.
on. So that's what I'm saying, Patrick. You sitting on this panel and you playing in my face, right? It's like you won't even acknowledge that this shit really be happening. Like, damn.
And why are you here, Patrick?
Seriously? Do
That
you
1-year-old was just GUNNED down by
And that's a whole other
cops.
But
You think
the idea-
those same people that donated to that white lady in that park with using those slurs, you think
I'm just
they'll
saying,
donate to that
hold on,
woman's
hold
family?
on. Yeah,
I'm not
let's
saying
stick
that
to-
Carmelo did not deserve a donation fund. Anyone deserves
Hold
the
on,
right
Patrick.
to
Let's
have
stick
a
to
defense.
the fact that you I think, listen, I know that you listen, people of your mindset, they know this shit exists, but they will deny to push their narrative, to keep their agenda going, to protect what, to me, to protect their people. And that's, I'm just gonna put it like that, right?
That's what the jury did.
Listen,
Well, why? Sorry. I just wonder why the fuck he's here.
and I'm just saying because she brought up a valid case. A white woman received $1 million from calling a child the N-word, but racism doesn't exist.
So I don't know anything about that, and if that is true, I'm going to say
Here we
that
go.
definitely
You
is
never know
outrageous,
anything
and
about
that
it.
definitely should not have happened.
But guess,
It
hold
is.
on,
It's high
hold
profile,
on,
man.
hold on. But guess who gave her the money?
Ooh.
White people.
You know MAGA gave that shit to her. Come on, bro.
So when you say
So,
racism
and I just told you,
exist,
if that is true, that's outrageous. But
It's
this is
not if.
not
Call me a liar to my
true.
face. Call me. Tell me I'm a liar.
I'm not calling you a liar. I'm
Right,
just
because
saying
it's
it's
true.
not something I'm
I'm
familiar
not.
with.
You can either call me uneducated or you can call me a liar, but you're gonna
I'm
have to say
not
that shit with
calling
your
you a
chest.
liar. I'm
Yeah, I know.
saying
So
I'm
wait a
not
minute,
familiar with
wait a
that.
minute. Hold on,
I'm
hold on,
saying
hold
that
on.
I need
There's
to
no
know.
way you
Hold
could
up,
have
hold
missed
up,
it, bro.
Pat,
You didn't just join
Pat, hold up.
TikTok.
We're not gonna jump you, Pat. We're not gonna jump you. Patrick, tell me this. Tell me the logic in behind you following behind where black people are putting their money and having no idea where white people are putting their money.
I'm not
Well, I
telling
don't wanna know why
anyone
you're
how
here
to
on this
spend their
panel.
money.
Why are you
You
here?
have no idea that all those white people donated nearly $1 million to a lady, and
I'm
they
not
not did
gonna
it
lie.
once. No, wait. They didn't do it once. They did it twice. Because remember the Starbucks
this
worker?
is a national story. This is not some fly-by-night story. This made national news.
Yeah,
They
and
did
it was
it twice.
definitely, you
Matter
definitely
of
saw it
fact,
on
they
your
did
For
it
You
3
page,
times. If
bro.
you want to count,
definitely seen
if you want to count Chud the Builder, they did it 3 times.
Patrick, why are you here on this panel?
To debate.
Okay. So what is
Did you say debate or rage bait?
what is
Debate.
9.31?
Oh,
Excuse me?
What is 9.31?
What do you mean 9.31?
okay. Yeah, there you go.
What is
There's your answer.
9.32?
Get this guy out of here.
What are you
What's
asking me?
9.01?
Don't do that.
What
Y'all
are
need
you
to
asking me?
know.
But here's the
God.
thing, right? If you don't, if you don't look at the law, if you don't educate yourself on what came out of the trial, at least what's available, right? If you don't know what the pretrial publicity and the major events surrounding this were, then you're not here for an honest debate. What you're here to do is sit in the face of black and brown folks and shoot a fucking middle finger.
No.
I'm not surprised he doesn't know the law because guess what he was told? It's
If
gonna
you
back
said a
him
law, if you
regardless.
said an article, if
It's
you
gonna
said,
back him.
you said a damn number.
He
woman,
doesn't know
I don't know
laws
what you want me to
because
do.
Let's just tell him those are
it's
penal
gonna back
codes.
him regardless.
You
Those
could
are
have
penal
told me a
codes.
penal code.
Facts,
All right,
bro.
you said a number. I was like, what?
Those are penal codes.
Yeah,
Those
but
are-
everybody else on the
Okay,
panel
hold
knew
on,
that that was the
hold on,
penal
guys.
code.
Hold on. Those are penal codes since this case has begun.
Yes.
They have been
Okay.
flying
Let's
around. They have been flying around left and right. Like that's what.
What's the step?
Hold on, lawyer. Don't be taking that tone with her because she's actually being nice to you and trying to help you. You telling her okay, trying to shut her up like she not being
No,
nice.
I
to
was
you.
not.
But
I
if it
was
was
talking
me,
to her.
then who are you talking to?
Lawyer, because she was trying to pull some
Lawyer wasn't
bullshit
even
on me by
talking.
just saying
Lawyer-
numbers.
nobody
when
was talking but Miss Kai.
You know
Please don't
damn
get up
well
here
what
and
you
try to
did, and that's
gaslight
some
me.
sneaky shit. Like,
What's
come
the
on.
burden of proof? What's the burden of proof, Patrick?
Shell is cracking. This
Because
shell is
nobody
cracking.
was talking but Miss Kai. So what are you talking about?
No, you're trying to act like I'm not educated on this case, and then I'm up here just trying to rage bait.
Sir,
you
I'm
guys.
not trying to
You
act
screamed
like-
9.31 at me,
Don't
expecting to
respond.
know
I
what
don't
you're
wanna
talking
argue
about.
with you.
Everybody else knew what it
9.31,
was.
That could be a
Hold on.
statute, that could be a
people
bill, that could be a
arguing.
penal code.
Patrick.
I don't know. Sorry.
Patrick, let me tell you why they're because listen, nobody's trying to tell you you're not educated on the case, but you're missing. Listen, we've been on this case since day one. At least I'm going to say this corner of TikTok for sure has been on this case since day one it happened. The reason why she brought up those penal codes because on every single panel that we have been on, in this corner, everybody knows those penal codes. They've been in every debate. Even when we're not debating, they've been discussed. It's a huge part of this case. It's a huge part of people defending Carmelo. It's a huge part of even the ops, which would be, the Metcalfs.
I'm not saying that they are not relevant to the case. I'm not
It's the
saying that.
entire part. It's the law, Patrick.
Yeah, no shit. I'm not saying that they are not relevant to the case.
Yeah, it's just been a huge part of the debates on both sides because the Metcalf side, they know those penal codes as well.
I'm not saying they're not relevant. I agree with you that they're relevant. I'm just saying this woman screamed at me, "What's 9.31?" and then
First of all,
went
I
through
didn't
shit.
scream
So I
at
was like,
you.
that. And then when he
How
threw
about
me
this?
off,
We'll
they were
remove
trying
the
to tell
numbers.
me
We'll
that I'm up
take
here
the
trying to
numbers
raise
out of it, guys.
I'm up here for a fair
Screamed
debate,
at him.
all right?
We'll
And I have
take the
nothing but
numbers
respect for
out,
How you gonna
guys.
debate if you don't know
They don't go
9.31
around
and
screaming
9.32?
numbers and shit. He might have a flashback or something.
Here's the
I
thing,
won't scream
Patrick.
and we'll take the
Here's-
numbers out.
Hold on, lawyer. Here's the thing, Patrick, is that everybody else on this panel knew exactly what she was talking about. That's the point. Everyone but you knew what 9.31, 9.32 were. Everyone but
Dude,
you
I'm not
knows what
even from
HB
Texas.
1935 is. I mean, dude, that's the only point she was making, and you proved it, and you're hurt over that. It wasn't a got you. It was just exposing the truth.
And you're from
But
Texas?
also, she did not yell at you. Don't get on here trying to act like she was screaming at you when she was
No,
not.
I
hate
don't
that
care
y'all do
about
that
any
shit.
knowledge shit. I care that you came one of you claimed that I was up here trying to rage bait black folks. That's it.
Okay. Well, how about this? What are this?
You
What?
said
What?
you had a problem with shit that you said you didn't have a problem with first. So now it's the rage baiting. Before it was because somebody yelled at you.
I said it 3
keep yourself in
times. Everyone in the
check
comments saw me.
and keep it.
Hey, Lawyer Bay,
I
let
don't
me
care
ask
if
you a
think I'm
question. I don't
educated
want
on
him to
this
feel
case. I'm
picked
just
on.
not going to take some bullshit.
Hey,
that
Lawyer
you think
Bay,
I'm some racist.
Hold on, Patrick. Hold on.
reasonable belief is the foundation of what types of laws?
So, and that's a self-defense, affirmative defense.
Reasonable belief is the foundation of self-defense. Why do they have self-defense laws? Because, like she was saying earlier, reasonable belief. What Mello perceived in that time, not in hindsight, Pat.
Mm-hmm.
And what's ridiculous is this trial was not, the verdict, it was not achieved by the law. It was achieved by emotion.
Retribution, not justice.
Facts.
Yeah.
It
Emotion.
and sorry, go ahead, Queen.
No, I was just saying emotions and feelings. That's all. That's what it was actually.
And I mean, the crazy part is, even though you'd have to be damn dumb to not know that not only the eyes of the nation but the world, it was on this case, to go in there and do things that the prosecution did, that from the juror strikes to eliciting expert testimony from lay witnesses to literally arguing about school policy and would you have possessed this thing, rather than arguing about the law. All of it. The juror instructions, in my opinion, were reversible error. The objections made that were overruled. I mean, from the moment it happened to the moment he was sentenced, is just the epitome of America. And I would say it's astonishing to watch, but it's America. But, and I know he hauled ass again, but if you don't know what the law says, what the element of the crime was to begin with, they charged him with, and you don't know the burdens of proof, and you don't know, yes, I'm a lawyer. Come up, time out. But if you don't know any of these things, you can't be here for an actual good faith debate. It's impossible.
Timeout not coming up here because he expected you to be like, no, but he.
I just cosplay as one, y'all. That's why I can't spell lawyer right. Hey, cosplay, what is the Sixth Amendment? What's the Sixth Amendment?
I believe that's, oh, you're asking.
Hey, cosplay. Hey, hey, what's your name down there?
Oh, I know what it is.
Timeout. What's the Sixth Amendment?
The amendment is the right to Taco Tuesdays.
We're gonna make that the 28th.
Yeah, it's the right to getting fair tacos.
Fair tacos, you gotta put a lot of meat in that. You know what
The
I'm
right
talking about?
to real
Pause.
pineapple.
Yeah, well, okay, pause.
Pause.
So
You
I
don't like
wanted
meat in your tacos?
Pause. Hey, yo.
I wanted to
Hey,
address
we
something
have
that
their way. We won't have no fucking tacos.
I wanted to address something that Patrick said earlier about bias, right? If lawyer is biased to the truth and I am biased to the lie, is that bias the same morally or even logically? She's biased to the truth, and I mean the actual factual truth, and I'm biased to the lie. Is that bias the same?
No. You know how you look at it. Not really. Because your bias is based in facts. Well, they're the same in the sense that they're both biased, but because your bias is factually backed by evidence, is less biased than it doesn't hold equal weight. So
And it's not morally the same. Right? If I'm biased towards white supremacy and Royal's not,